is called country. No sticks, no seeds, just news. This is called country. Everyday people breaking through. Not the stereotype they sold you, not the joke they made it out to be.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to a very, very special edition of PhillyFill One-on-One Live. It's not usually live. We usually record these, but tonight is a special night because tonight we're all going to learn a lesson here. I've got a very special guest with me, and before I introduce him, and I'm very excited to introduce him, but before I do, I just want to say, first of all, thanks to Dave Christian from Shore House, Canada, to basically, he was here for the event at the Winter Circle, the High Times Winter Event Circle, and he said something to me on the way out the door that kind of made me rethink kind of like everything, in the sense that, you know, why do people have beef in this industry? And you guys have heard me talk about this over the last, couple of months on why it happens. Sometimes we don't know. Well, we don't always need to know. But what we do know, you made me laugh. What we do know is that this industry doesn't have room for gaps and cracks and fissures. What it has room for is continuity, and it has room for people who want to be able to collaborate, who are like-minded. And so I want to introduce my guest tonight. I'm very pleased that he came in. I'm pleased that we had the opportunity. Thank you to Dave from Shore House, Canada, for making this happen. And it is my pleasure to introduce to you guys tonight, Mike, the dispensary guy, is on the show, in the house. Let's go, brother. You're
What's
here.
up, baby?
How you doing, man?
How you doing, dude?
I'm doing good. Good to see you too.
It's great to see you, man.
And I'm so thankful for you to be here tonight.
Thanks for inviting me, man.
Because one of the things that I came on and I did talk about this whole thing, I didn't make a big deal about it, but I wanted to be honest enough with everybody to say, I don't know why people who don't have beef all of a sudden have beef, and why does that happen? And so, it was something that we played around with on the show, and then it's something we moved on from and just stopped talking about. It's something that you moved on from and stopped talking about. In the meantime, two people who are in this space that have a very similar passion for what we do aren't talking to each other, and it makes no sense whatsoever.
Yeah.
And so Dave was kind enough to be the person who took the initial first step. I mean, I'll be honest with everybody. Dave said, listen, Mike's my guy, and I love what you're doing.
Love Dave.
I love Dave.
Love Dave.
And he goes, I love what you're doing, and it makes zero sense to me, because I want to work with you guys. It makes zero sense to me that you two guys are not getting along and you're not talking. And I said, 100%, you're 100% right, brother. 100% right. So basically, I want to thank you for being here. I want to, obviously, you give us your perspective of this whole thing. And then, we're going to spend, after we move on from this, we're never going to talk about it again, right?
Yeah.
And we're going to spend the next, 45 minutes talking about you and how you got in this space, because I don't know all the story.
Yeah.
And I know there's a story.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
And you're going to tell us.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to Dave. I mean,
shout out to Dave.
Dave's the man. Jeez. And you and coming down here, Phil, like I said, man,
I appreciate it.
I can't, little miscommunication goes a long way in this industry, and that's
crazy,
what it comes down to, dude.
Right?
That's it.
Because
being busy.
Here's what I knew. Here's what I knew. I came up to Expo Takeover. It was Yep. And Dispo Takeover.
Dispo Takeover. Yeah.
Dispo. I got it wrong. A control room. Turn your mic off, and it's okay. And then I had the opportunity, because what was great about meeting you is that we had already talked on the phone once. So when I saw you and you saw me, we knew each other, but we didn't know each other. And you said, yo, man, I'm live. You guys want to come on? I'm like, fucking absolutely. And I really enjoyed it. And I know you did too, because your response afterwards, after I took the headphones off, said it all. I don't need to know anymore. Yeah. When I came on air to talk about it, I was telling everybody, I know he had a good time because he said he had a good time.
Oh yeah, we had a blast.
So it was part of the big mystery, right?
Yep.
So why don't you fill us in, and then we'll put this to bed, and it's over forever.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So and you talked about it. we had a little miscommunication. You know, you invited me out to the dinner, and unfortunately, you know, it was a Sunday, and I was stuck with my daughter, and we didn't get a chance to communicate about that. And that's fine, and it's all well and good, you know.
And it's water under the bridge.
And there's a lot happening in space and everything else, and you know, a little miscommunication about certain things with high times and everything else, and you know, you just want to feel people out. Honestly, is what it comes down to.
So you came in tonight.
Yep.
We had a meeting.
Yep.
We talked it all out.
Yeah.
And do you feel the same way I do, like this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How long we talk about it until we started shooting the shit about everything else? About 30 seconds?
Yeah, it didn't last long.
Seriously.
Just like as long as it's even longer here than it did in there.
Way longer than it was in there.
So you know, listen, guys, I'll just say this to everybody. You never know why things happen, but it also means that you don't have to quit trying. And Dave taught me a lesson, taught you a lesson.
Yep.
And I'm hoping, Jeff, are you stuck on Mike?
I look great, but
I know.
Let's shoot Phil too. Come on, man. It's his spot.
It taught us that this industry doesn't have any room, and when you really think about it, and we apply logic to it, and we think about what's right and what's wrong, it took 2 seconds, right? But this is how shit happens, and this specifically is how shit gets fixed. And you deal with it, right?
Absolutely.
You step up. Dave taught us a lesson. I'm not gonna let shit like this happen to me again. If there's beef to take on with somebody, we'll take it on. And if not, then there's nothing to say, right?
Yeah.
There's no need for the rest of it.
No, absolutely.
So that's water under the bridge, guys. And I'm pleased that it's over. And so, you know, thank you, Dave. Thank you, Mike.
Right.
I dig your
Thank you,
content.
Phil.
I dig your content.
I dig you too, man.
And I know that you have been doing this. This is not a rodeo that you started a few months ago. This is a journey.
Yeah.
So why don't we do this? Why don't we take some time and walk through, like, where did it all start? Where'd you grow up at?
Where I grew up in Monmouth County.
Okay.
In Jersey, on the beach, on the shores, everybody likes to say, you know.
Now, were you actually born on a beach?
No.
You were born in a hospital?
Yeah, born in a hospital.
All right.
Yeah. Stone's throw. But, born and raised in Jersey, you know, and early on became a smoker, you know.
When did you start?
15, I guess. So.
Okay, I started at 13, so yep.
Quite a few years. Sorry, Mom.
She's not watching, is she?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
She'll watch everything. Hey, but that's what it's all about. It's about breaking the stigma.
Right.
It's about breaking the stigma.
Absolutely.
And
mainstream acceptance.
20 years ago, I would have never said that.
Oh no. See all these
no,
terrible
no,
things
no,
on the
no,
wall
no,
in here?
no.
These are terrible
Yeah.
things.
So you know, great relationship with the plant. You know.
So you started in high school.
Absolutely.
And where did it go from there? Like, it just, you know, what did you do? You know, what kind of field of work did you go into? Did weed always remain?
I just immediately crashed and failed. I went right into. Oh my God, really?
Everybody wants to know.
Everybody wants to know. I mean, I'm sitting on the other side of the microphone. Yeah, I was.
It's crazy.
I took a little stint in rehab early.
Okay.
Went to rehab. You know,
right.
learn a lesson, but. Prescription pills, nothing to be messed with. I'm proud to say, you know,
serious shit.
Absolutely serious shit. I'm proud to be sober off of
Absolutely.
that. You know, it's
and
a hard
good for
thing.
you, brother.
But this is a long time ago. You know what I mean, man? Back early 2000s.
And cannabis was your friend before, during, and after?
Before, and now I lost my relationship with everything.
During,
and then I decided, no,
and you found it after.
Let's start drinking again because I could drink. You know.
Okay.
And then we did that for a bit.
Okay.
And then we stopped drinking 15 years ago. Actually, back in July. I haven't had a drink, so.
So this month, 2 years ago, I quit.
Yeah, there you go.
So
congratulations, my
you.
friend.
Yeah,
every day.
It's so much better.
It is. But you know, cannabis is just that thing that just kind of keeps me level.
It's your friend. So when you did it ever have anything to do with any of your jobs back in the day? Like, was there any cannabis that was either for money or like private associations? Like, what was your involvement in cannabis?
In cannabis, I was just a smoker.
Okay.
Just a smoker.
Just an advocate.
Just an advocate. Just like cannabis and all that. And that's all it ever was for the longest time. You know.
Okay.
Just hiding it from everybody, like we've all done for our whole lives.
Didn't tell anybody. You
Didn't
have to.
you know.
You didn't have to.
You know.
So when did this start to come together for you? Like, what was your first dip in?
Yeah, so my first dip in was I was fortunate enough to get a little bit of time and money to kind of explore whatever I wanted to do. So I took a trip across the country following Dave Matthews Band and visiting dispensaries along the way.
Nice.
Just because why wouldn't you?
Right.
You know, why you have the
If
opportunity to
it's
drive
there.
from Vancouver through Washington,
Colorado,
Oregon, all the way to Salt Lake City, visited shops the whole way and everything else. And along the way, I was doing a little playing around with live streaming the concerts and stuff like that.
Right.
You know, just messing around on the internet.
Right.
Found out it kind of was cool.
Found
And
your people.
Found some people, and, you know, it went from a few people to, you know, hanging out a big audience.
Was it about music or about weed or both?
It was about music. It
Okay.
was just about Dave Matthews Band, but it was before the show.
Okay.
It wasn't the show. Like
It was before the show.
Before the show. Hey, what's going on? And or 20 minutes after the show, like, oh my God, did you see that? And that sort of thing.
Did you do what you do now where you interact with people?
Exactly.
Because you're big with interacting.
Exactly.
I love that.
Exactly. So that's what it came down to. I saw that audience. I saw that build, and I figured I wanted to do something like that. Mm-hmm. But I did not want to burn myself out on my favorite band, and I knew that would happen.
And
I saw it.
did
So
or
I did
didn't?
not even
Did not
try
get
it.
there. Okay.
I didn't even
Gotcha.
try it.
All right.
I said, what else is out there that I could possibly apply this to? Mm-hmm. And I said, well, you've been to a bunch of dispensaries and you came back to Jersey, and it's like walking into a medical.
Mm-hmm.
You know, in line, you got to make your appointment, you got to do this. And I'm out in Oregon, and they're opening up jars and they're dumping it out. And I'm like, we can do better. Let's just get people smoking weed. Let's just get people not scared of going into a dispensary. Let's just stop the stigma of cannabis. So for the first time ever, I turned the camera around, and I was like, I'm just a normal guy, and I smoke weed, and I went to this dispensary, and this is what I saw and found, and this is what I bought. And
this is well
thanks.
before New Jersey.
This was New Jersey just become legal.
Okay,
This was back in 2020, 2021.
Okay.
Just after
so
COVID.
it's just
Just after
peeking
COVID.
its head,
just
right?
we had 24 stores, I think, when I started.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that, 24, 25 stores. And I was like, you know, every week I'd go to a shop, and I'd just do the live stream. And
Now that's what. No, so that's
That was
what.
it.
So you went to the store
went to the store
and did the live stream
at home.
At home.
And I went home, and I, like 6 o'clock at night, I just turned on the camera
And-
to no viewers or nobody on Instagram. It was just like, hi.
Yeah.
I went to this shop, and I bought this, and this is what it looks like, and this is what they sell.
And you smoked it, or
and no, for the longest time I did not
Okay,
even smoke.
because of
or
I-
even like take it out of the package.
Okay.
Because I wasn't sure what the
IG thing was?
I had no idea.
Yeah. Not
you
that
know,
not that we
so-
not that we do now.
I know. We still have no idea.
Tell me you
know?
figured it out.
No,
You're
no,
fucking
no.
lying.
Still getting crushed on IG. You haven't seen me live on IG in a while, right?
Exactly.
So, and that's all it was. And I just figured, let's just pick a night, pick a time slot, and just.
And when did that time slot formalize and fall into place?
It was. I started 6 o'clock at night, and then I realized too many people were like involved on Wednesday nights because it was in the middle of the week. It was an opportunity. I'm a co-parent, so I have my daughter in the beginning of the week. So Wednesday nights was free for me always. So it was a good night. It was in the middle of the week, and
People don't have like a lot of extra shit to do.
You don't want to do it on a
Thursday,
Friday night
yeah.
or Friday night at 8 o'clock. Like, what are you
Yeah.
thinking, dude? Everybody
Yeah.
wants to be out in the club. I want
But
a
I will
live,
tell you
live
this.
audience.
So we missed our live news on Thursday, like a few weeks back, and we ended up doing it on a Friday night, and then we had some problems, so it ended up kind of being like later on, and we had our best numbers.
I had one Friday night show that
Where you did that?
It blew me away, and I tried to expand into a Friday, and it just didn't.
It didn't work?
It didn't work. I think it was like a fluke, like everybody, like it rained that day or something.
See, if
like
it
that.
happens here, I'll just blame it on Bill.
It's Bill's fault.
Exactly.
I think Bill. You hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah, you heard?
So it's so I picked a night in the middle of the week that was convenient for me. It was 6, and then I moved it back to 9,
And she's locked in from there.
That's it.
And you've been consistently doing this show since 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Six?
Yeah, 4 or 5 years
Okay.
now, I guess. Yeah, Jesus, Joseph and Mary. Yeah.
Do you count them? Do you know what episode you're up to?
It was when I started really trying to keep track. It was I think it was like 186, 187 last
All right.
week. So that's however many weeks.
I don't think so, pal.
No, I hit the wrong button. I meant to hit this
It's all
one.
good.
Yep.
That's the one I
Yeah.
meant to hit. I'm like, I don't think so, pal.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's just about consistency
Yeah.
and showing up. And there was, like I said, for the longest time, there was nobody there, but,
Cool.
just show up.
Awesome. So why don't you give my viewers and some of the people who watch this show, who a lot of them know each other, like know both of us, but for those who don't know you, why don't you talk about what is your show about and what is different from it before versus now
Oh,
as the time has gone on.
That's so true.
Yeah.
Yeah. So early on, when I started it and I wanted to shape the show into changing the stigma of cannabis, I realized there was no audience for it.
Okay.
Nobody even wants to watch it or talk about it.
Right.
So immediately it became dispensary owners. Like, there's only 30 shops. So the next guy opening up was like, I want to see what they're going to do, or I want to see what people done before me. So I immediately shifted the show to more like, let's make sure we're at every opening. Let's sure you're finding every flower. If it's brand new and it dropped anywhere, I would drive and get it. Like,
right.
It didn't matter what it was. It was when the chocolate hit, I had it on my show first. When the first gummies hit, I had it on my show first.
Because you could.
Because I could.
And it has grown to the point where that's just not even feasible.
When it was I lost it like 130, 140-ish is when it just started to get
So
out of
now,
control.
so do you still do dispensary reviews?
To be honest, no. I haven't been to do an actual review of a dispensary in, like.
So describe your show for everybody who hasn't seen your show, because I certainly have, and I know that it is not just one thing; it is a combination of things. But describe it to those who haven't seen it before, because it is a unique format you have.
Yeah, it's basically a weekly rehash of the New Jersey cannabis market.
And you go deep, and you go deep into Jersey. Like, this is like, you have to be like, you don't have to be in Jersey to watch this show, but you have to be into weed, number one, and you'd have to have some level of what you want to know, the inside scoop on what's going on.
Exactly. Like, I get people reach out sometimes from California.
What's going on?
And they're like, yo, we see the Jersey market. We tune in to see, we want to see what's going on with this and that.
Exactly.
But yeah, so we try to just cover the whatever big story happened that week. I'm like, we were talking back in the green room. I was in the green room, folks. Okay.
Yeah, we have a green room.
They have a green room.
Comfy in there, right?
Yeah, it was awesome, dude.
Cool.
And, we were talking like bad news sells. It's unfortunate.
I
I like a quiet week. But
you and I could sit here and we could do a 2-hour lecture and teach people something that they probably didn't know, and be super intellectual and crispy on our presentation. Or we could sit here and fight for fucking 2 hours, call each other names, and see how it could escalate. And what people would have watched.
Oh, yeah.
But it's not going to get anybody anywhere.
Nope.
This is not, if you want to watch that, watch wrestling and shit. This ain't that.
No, but there's a certain amount of truth you have to bring to it. Like, it's unfortunate. Like, I find myself a lot of times, like, there came a point where, I became big enough that I had to watch what I was talking about, and that sort of thing. Like, if something was going on, you got to make sure you got all the facts. You can't just spew, because there's so many people paying attention that it matters, and you can ruin grows and stuff like that.
Right.
Talking shit without knowing what you're talking about and stuff like that when the market's like that. And it's just
you have you have to be responsible with people listening.
That's it.
Can't
That's
be
it.
irresponsible
No,
with it.
no.
People's businesses are affected by it.
It really is.
It's
It
people's
really is.
livelihoods. It's not a joke.
Without a doubt. We've dealt with a lot of stuff in New Jersey. I personally, in my facility, we dealt with a recall recently, and there's been it was a statewide hold a couple of months ago. The market's tough, and talking about the sort of things we had. The one place just lost their license, had a license revoked. And there's all things, and there's things you hear behind the scenes, and you can't talk about. And if you did, it would be detrimental to the whole industry.
But there's the other side of it, where what's public is public, right? And insight is insight, and just because you read the headlines, it doesn't give you the insight.
Exactly.
So tuning into someone like you and your show, I'm going to get a way better idea of like what actually happened.
That's the whole point. That's why I started like streaming the CRC meetings, because it's one thing to read a transcript of a meeting, but it's another thing to hear the inflection of the commissioner's voice, or hear the words that they don't say, or they don't write down.
That's just as important.
That matters to actually do that and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
To hear what people are really, to get the full story.
So you take a deep dive on politics.
Yep,
And
absolutely.
and you take a deep dive on product.
Yep.
And it's not just new products, right?
No.
It's
We got to go back. I like to treat the show as I'm the consumer. Like, I'm the consumer. I smoke cheap flower. I
So
smoke
just because it's
expensive
new,
flower.
yeah, because
Just because it's new, it doesn't
to you
mean
doesn't mean it's new.
it's, you know, we'll try to cover everything. And what I like to do also is to, like, go back to other stuff that was brand new. I found early on that it was very difficult. Like, I found a responsibility of not bringing new growers on because they just weren't ready. And I found it to be detrimental to them.
Right.
You know, and they're like, "Oh," I'm like, "Well, you're not ready. Why don't you grow three?"
Right. Why
Around.
do this now and let people cast their judgments on what you're doing today? Because I know in 60 days or 90 days or 120 days, you're going to be in a different spot and you're going to represent yourself better. Don't worry about me.
Yeah,
We're worried about you.
yeah, exactly. And it's just
That's called giving a shit.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
called caring.
And I found it. You just be honest and
That's
do that
being
sort
an
of stuff,
advocate
right?
for the industry.
Yeah, man. That's what it's all about. It really is. And just trying to do that every week, talking about products, plants, people, the people that make the industry, you know, the bud tenders. You know, we talk about the union a lot. We talk about, you know, also it's whatever happens that week.
You do interviews.
We do interviews a lot. As you know, you have a fantastic production. I shout out to your whole team here.
Thank you.
I run my stuff myself, so
I know.
When it goes sideways, you know, it scares me off of interviews for a while. But yes, interviews and all that. And we do occasionally do a couple of live streams out on the road too. As when we met.
That's when we met. It was an on the scene live stream.
Yeah.
That's cool as shit. What do you do unboxings? Like, do you do any, like, do we look at products that are not cannabis but cannabis related? Do we look at grinders? Do we look at lighters? Do we look at, you know,
Absolutely,
humidity systems? What else do you like?
Yeah,
what else do you dabble in?
We love new products. And,
We love shit.
We love the dispensary guy loves gifts.
Right.
Like
Okay.
I always joke about it. I love it. I tell that to everybody that watches. You know, but like they reached out the other day. A company called Chill sent me a box, and it was a bunch of CBD products, and I was able to pass it on to, and something I'll talk about on my show tomorrow night, is pass it on to somebody that wouldn't normally consume, and they were able to pass it on to a patient that's has a medical condition, and it helped them. And I'm like, look at that. We boom. I was able to put a product that I felt right into the hands of a consumer that I felt, and get immediate feedback from that consumer.
And then talk about it.
And it's not like you're just asking a bud tender. Like, I'm getting feedback from somebody I trust. Like, I joke on the show, like, I don't eat the gummies because they don't do anything to me. So I give them to people.
true.
And I'm like, how'd it work for you? And they're
I
like,
can
"Oh,
eat
it was
all the
great."
gummies in the world. Doesn't do shit. We know that. Yeah.
Right?
We talk about that all the time here.
So, like, that's where I find, like, if people give me shit, I make sure it goes to the right place.
And
You
then not just that it goes to the right place, but then you're capturing the moment.
Without a doubt, like, they told me a while ago after I got into it, like, it doesn't matter what you say after you smoke something, we know by your face. We know immediately.
What have you done? Have you done bongs? Have you done, like, what are some of the things that you have looked at and opened or unboxed on the show?
Oh yeah, so we've done the freeze pipe before. We've done, like, bong wise.
Yo,
and
now
stuff
the
like
freeze
that.
pipe, is that the one with the mold?
It's got the chamber that you put in the freezer, glycerin.
Oh, that's just that. Have you ever seen the one? I've got the one where the entire bong is a mold.
Okay.
And you can basically put water in it, freeze it, and then at the end, your byproduct is a bong completely made out of ice.
I've not seen that, but I like that.
I gotta find that.
That
That sounds like a
interesting.
fun night, right?
Yeah, it really does.
All right.
See how long that thing holds up.
It will not that long. It's a winter project.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So, you know, bongs and stuff like that, you know, and the grinders, like, the interesting thing, I always mess around with, like, the whack it grinder. And the funny thing is, like, it's easy, but, like, finding out that the actual, there's a medical reason behind it when they made it, because, like, people with arthritis can't use a grinder. So they figured out another way to do it, and that was the story behind it. And to talk to those people at a trade show and then bring it on the show and be like, yo, you don't understand, like, what this is. It's literally a guy.
Yeah.
And if you send it, it breaks, you'll send it to him, and he's going to be the one to fix it and send it back to you. It's a slap chop. It's got a ball bearing. It's got a ball bearing in it, a little motor, and you just put it down. And it goes. And the funny thing is, the labs actually use it because it's the only way they can consistently monitor time. You know, it's a 5-second grind, and then it goes in there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Jeff, were you on air? Or are you doing talk back? He was talk back.
All right.
So Jeff just yelled slap back. What is
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
Slap back?
Slap chop.
Slap chop.
Slap chop, yeah.
In our ears.
Yeah.
All right, let's do this. We're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back from the commercial break, I want to get into like what's going on in New Jersey, what you see, trends, what you're impressed with, what you're less than impressed with, and then maybe some predictions moving forward.
Love it.
And then maybe we'll tantalize people with, maybe something
Maybe
that
we got stuff coming up.
maybe. Who
Maybe.
knows?
I don't know.
Yeah, who knows?
Stay tuned.
All right, so Jeff, you good for commercial? All right, we'll be back right after this.
You're listening to the Late Night Green Show, only on Cough Country TV.
Marijuana is huge.
Right around here, 15 inches, maybe if you're younger, you go up to 19 inches, Yeah, you already went the big age.
Sometimes a CIO might make commitments to a CEO that they just can't fulfill. And it's very hard to succeed in those environments. You really want to be able to set the expectation right up front.
How would you feel with no sex, no weed for a month or two? I'm going to be really angry.
I feel sorry for Jake.
Yeah, Jake's going to get fucked up.
Wow, this is Phil. Yeah, for this is all you. This is the Cough Country OG pink hoodie. How many black people have you seen, man? Have you seen a black man here? Yeah, other than me. Why isn't there no black people here? Have you seen any black folks other than me here? Why do you think there's no black people here?
I hope one day you get some, and hopefully in those 2-3 strokes, you don't catch a stroke, you don't pass away. All I know is this man is desperate and he needs a shorty.
Is your cannabis company still using smoke signals to advertise? There's a better way.
The news at 6, 420, special 10-hour fix. Alfonso on the corner with the mic held high. Legalization fights, we amplify.
Good voice.
Is that what that's what you get with the producer, huh?
Listen,
I should be careful what I wish for.
Well, you never know, man. Like, guys, welcome back to Late Night Green. This is a special edition, PhillyFill one-on-one with my boy Mike, the dispensary guy. We have made peace, and we're having fun together here tonight. But, yes, when you have somebody sitting in there and you say, slap chop,
Yeah.
you could very well end up, you could end up with a picture of Slap Chop. A Slap Chop.
I haven't seen him forever.
Put
What
him
do you
back-
think Slap Chop guys?
Put him back up.
He did too much yayo. He didn't do
He's doing coke. He's not a weed guy.
No, he's not a weed
he's
guy.
a coke guy.
Look at him all day long. I love it.
Shit, that's funny. All right, cool. All right, so we got your background. We understand where you came from, how you got there. We understand that you're a passionate man about this stuff. So I guess what we want to move into now is, what's the state of the union?
State of the Union. New Jersey is strong. I always tell people from New Jersey, you got to leave the state and ask people how we're doing. The people in New Jersey like to complain.
Well,
we like to complain about
right.
everything, you
Well,
know. It's just
East
how
Coast.
we roll,
It's East
you
Coast.
know.
Yeah, I know.
But we're doing really, really good. The market's strong. The growers are strong. The flower's good. You know, people are looking at how we're doing. We don't have home grow.
Yeah. That's a big,
that's a
very,
that's a whole nother discussion. So let's
it
not
is,
get
and
into
we
that.
won't do it now. But
But-
home grow is not just about home grow; it's about actually making something legal, right?
Yes. It's about allowing people to get their medicine they need. It's about that. It's about, you know, specific strains, affordability.
And it
you know,
emphasizes the fact that
everything
as a plant, you know, when you're able to grow it yourself, it's not a commodity that you have to purchase. It's something that if you choose to, you can do yourself.
Without a doubt.
And it also is a sign of freedom, as far as I'm concerned.
Dude, the Garden State can't garden.
Yeah, what the fuck is that about?
Dude. So, but no, the market is really strong. The growers are doing well. I'm definitely seeing, you know, I don't think there's as much money as people are leading to believe.
Well, let's talk about that for a
Mm-hmm.
second. Do you think there's too many licenses being handed out right now? And if so, is it diluting the market to the point where we are seeing people not do as well as they might be able to or could have?
The hardest thing, like last year, the year before, was like, I said it on my show, is that as a dispensary owner, I want you to listen to me, is that just because you don't have to finish right now. You've invested this much, but if your town's that bad, just stop. Don't go forward.
Right.
You know, if the saturation's that bad in your town because of the way that
Well,
the
here's-
CRC hamstrung the market, or
But
not the
here's-
CRC.
But here's my thing, Mike. The whole thing that I'm thinking is that there was a plan to begin with, and then the fucking goal line has to get moved 16 times.
Yep.
That's what I mean. What's wrong with the plan to begin with? Is it greed? We just can take more money off the table? Because, you know, I bet you that first plan, you know, Atlantic City, for example, where we are today and what they plan, two different things.
Yeah, exactly.
So how do we get there? And the only thing I can attribute it back to is greed.
Yes. It was a matter of the CRC washing their hands of it, saying the municipalities can make up their own decision. And once that happened, the municipalities, you know, they voted. A lot of them immediately blanket voted no, right across the state of, like, you know, towns by me, Monmouth County. They don't want that.
No, they were
No, they don't want people coming into their town to buy weed. So that immediately they're voting no. So it gets pushed out, and then the poorer counties are like, "Well,
have no choice.
You're offering me free tax dollars, of course."
Yep.
You know, and they just got oversaturated that way. And now, how do you fix that?
You have to
You
let-
got to flip municipalities. You got to open up the state in a whole, but you can't go back on that.
So after you reach the point of no return, you have to let people, unfortunately, die off.
That's it. That's what it comes down to in a town like Atlantic City.
Attrition.
That's what it comes down to.
And, you know, there's a level of irresponsibility to that when you know that the state can only support so much. I mean, there are spots in New Jersey, and I don't need to tell you that, where they're literally here, like a strip of them. Now, how the fuck are they going to, you know, you better start doing, like, songs, dances, you know. I mean, you got to come up with something that differentiates you.
Without a doubt, if you're going to open up in a spot like that, you need to have a game plan going in on what you're going to do to separate yourself from the shop down the street. If you don't, you're not going to survive by just selling weed cheap. It's not going to work, that business plan. But there's other counties and you know, that aren't oversaturated. Like, yeah, we have 400 shops, but a county like Monmouth County, where I live, could take another 20 shops and not even break a sweat.
And be okay.
Be fine.
But there's other spots that you start doing that same formula, and you've created a business problem.
Yes, without a doubt.
For not only for those retailers, but for the community in general, because they could end up with nothing before it's all over.
Without a doubt.
If they all play their cards wrong.
You boarded up businesses again. You know, a lot of people saw it as a get-rich scheme. You know, I'm going to get rich selling weed, you know, and that's great. And a lot of towns saw the tax pile. A lot of people saw it as a tax, as a tax grab for your municipality, you know. And they're like, when it comes down to get into the illegal part of it and the thing that you hear in the backroom deals and stuff like that, you know, municipalities charging you $25,000, $50,000 to apply. just to apply, things like that. Already knowing who they're going to give it to.
So not only are we, not only are we potentially putting out too many licenses, but then people are like so behind the game before they even start.
Without a doubt. And they have no ability to money, no ability to capital. There's no ability to raise capital for a lot of people.
So the answer is it's going to happen. It's going to happen naturally. It will work its course. Mm-hmm. The market will determine how many are going to stay.
Without a doubt.
Not the CDC or
no, the market's going to determine it. I mean, the CRC already wet their hands.
Excuse me.
CRC. They already wet their hands of it and said the towns are going to have at it. So I mean, like I say on my show, the best recommendation anybody in New Jersey wants to open is go flip a town.
A town that's dry.
A town that's dry.
That's your best shot.
I mean, that's what I do
But
if I was a businessman.
But the gate will get kicked open just like it does anywhere else once there's one. When there's
yeah, but then,
At least you get your first foot in, right?
You foot in, maybe the town will be nice enough to only grant a couple licenses and give you a trial run. And
I mean, for all these dispensaries, can I say something? For all these dispensaries that are struggling, that are not letting people smell that flower when they come in, am I tripping?
That's not the reason.
No, it's not the reason. But why wouldn't you? If we're in it, if we're in a market where we're trying to do something, and everybody's doing the same thing, not everybody, but a lot of folks are doing the same thing in terms of this stuff's behind the counter and packaging, you can't see or smell anything. Get your review, match up your names, you talk to your buddies, or use your own experience, but you're not smelling that flower before you leave. Maybe there's a place to start. Not being criticized.
No, absolutely.
But as a dispensary, can you do different things, offer in a different experience that could set you apart from the next guy doing something very similar?
Yes, but that won't work due to regulations in New Jersey. I mean, that's something that they need to do.
But some have smell bars. And
smell bars, sure, absolutely. But as far as physically, but that goes to a dispensary owner, like that weed, like you got to put weed in there every week. Like you open weed and put it in there after 2 weeks. What are you going to do with it?
So it's a commitment. See, that's the thing. It's a commitment, right?
Yeah.
And it could create spoilage, and it can become a cost center. Mm-hmm. But that could be okay.
Like that's up to a grower to provide that for them. Like I would as a grower going, here's X number of units, and I want you to provide that as a sample in your bud bar. But you're still not touching flower. I mean, that's not an accurate representation of the flower.
It's not. You're not touching it, but seeing it and
or
smelling it is
or
better.
Or buying that bud.
It's
that's
not a
the point
replacement
of
for that.
No,
and it never will be.
No.
But it is a step in the direction that gives you a better idea and allows, if your flower's really good, it allows you to show it the hell off, right?
Well, yeah, absolutely. And on top of that, then you're talking about, if you want to talk about the environmental impact of everything like that, you're able to ship bigger units, use less Mylar, you're able to package it out, right there. And, maybe you're saving a little bit and people get to see it. You can move that way and stuff like that. The consumer's going to save a little bit of money if they choose to pass the savings on because they're saving money on their back end, shipping and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So it's all stuff to think about,
It's a ton of shit to think about. What's like the most optimistic thing that you got your sight on right now? What are you most excited about?
I mean, I hate to say drinks because of where I am, but I mean, drinks is the thing that changes people's minds. It really is. It's the
crossover.
It's the crossover. The hemp industry is where the hemp industry is, but boy, they brought a lot of people into the weed game.
And I've said this so many times. You guys are sick of hearing me say it, I know, but like it's a blessing and a curse, all wrapped up in one. To the industry, in many ways, it's a curse. To the industry, in many ways, it's a blessing, and that the ability to buy product in anywhere, that crossover. That's where you started to fringe up on mainstream acceptance. That's where it needs to go. They've showed us where this needs to go. And now we need regulations and laws and all this other shit to start, meeting that. Because if you want to do a really good drink, you have to be able to have scalability. Mm-hmm. And scalability comes being able to sell it outside your own state, regardless of how big your state is, or small or whatever. You need the ability to scale. You need to be able to, that's what makes it. And so these hemp drinks have been like off the fucking hook because of not only where they can be sold, but those companies are capitalizing on everything that the other ones can't by regulation or by law.
Absolutely.
And so it is a blessing that it's been proliferated throughout the mainstream acceptance of people say, yeah, you know, like this is actually this is a substitute. I don't have to drink, and I enjoy this. It makes me feel good. I don't have to drink 3. I drink 1, you know, because they're not used to it. 5, 10, they'll put you, you know, if you're not used to it, they'll fuck you up.
Absolutely.
You and I drink them all day, nothing happens. I get it, but it's not for everybody.
No.
But for those who it's for, it is like it's a blessing. If you don't have to drink alcohol and you can have this and have a nice, it's it. Like, I don't even like going to bars anymore because, like, I don't even know what to fucking do with myself when I'm there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I sit there and smoke my vape until someone throws me out or some shit like that, you know? But at the same time, you know, maybe you bring a drink, or maybe a place has a drink like that.
Imagine that. Imagine
Right?
if you could buy a THC drink at a bar and go out and socialize with people. As somebody that doesn't drink, you understand, and you're explaining.
Absolutely.
I lost that whole social aspect of my life a long time ago.
Because if you just don't drink,
You're not going to
you
go to
don't-
a bar. You don't
fit
go
in.
where you
don't fit in.
You know, and that sort of thing, and to bring people in and to do that, and it's definitely where the market is going. It's huge. It's so the social aspect of it.
I mean,
being
and then-
able to hold something in your hand,
It's-
just to talk to somebody, and
And then you go to these beautiful lounges in New Jersey that have done just, you know, a pretty amazing job putting together their physical facility. But God forbid someone would give someone a glass of water. Holy shit! You get a glass of water to somebody, it's going to be the end of the world, and it damn near is. You get.
you'll get fined. Like you asked me, New Jersey's strong, it's doing well, but we're there's some shit we got fucked up.
Of course, and
You know,
everybody
we
does.
really do.
And
We
everybody
really
does.
do.
But you
Like,
know,
I don't understand that.
We should still talk about it. you know?
Absolutely, without a
Exactly.
doubt.
Absolutely.
You know, we got to talk about the good and the bad. That's how you
Absolutely.
fix the bad.
So you're most excited for drinks moving forward.
Yeah, I mean,
What do you think's going to happen? Like, what's
drinks?
what's the next thing? Like, well, first of all, what do you think? I mean, you know, quick, we'll have to wrap up.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
what do you think about like do you think hemp drinks? I mean, it looks to me like they're going to go state by state on how it's handled, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I like it. Like I talk in the back rooms and stuff. I don't see a lot of people in hemp running for the hills like I thought they would. So it seems like everybody knows something that I don't know.
Well, that's what I feel. Like,
Because
you go
people
to a
are
show,
doubling down.
not
Like
only that,
Champs
but
is
they're-
doubling down.
Yeah,
I'm
they're
like,
throwing tons of money into. Like, if you're going out of business in I don't know, fucking 3 months.
Yeah.
Like, are you really still spending money on shows? Like, I think that they understand that this is going to be handled state by state, unless there's something big on a federal basis that will change. But Texas I think Texas just
oh my
rewrote their law.
God. Yeah, Texas, you're going to jail forever.
Yeah,
forever. I'm never going to Texas.
I think tonight, we might, I don't know if it's Bill doing it on the news or us doing it, but there's a story coming up about what is now allowed after all the bullshit. What's like at the end, like all the smoke were cleared.
Yeah.
And what's allowed. And like the can itself can't have 0.03. So if you think 10 doesn't do shit,
Yeah.
try 0.03 and see what that does for you.
It's going to be nothing.
It's hey, give me some fucking sugar water.
Yeah.
And we'll
yeah.
pretend.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to that and everything. I'm looking forward to more craft growers coming up and stuff like that.
I
and
love the craft growing thing going on.
it's
That
really
is
good.
important to. I love it. That's where I need to be. That's my space, brother.
Without a doubt, dude. The novelty grow. There's always going to be a room for cheap weed. You know, that's what it is. You know, there's
what
a
MSOs
pre-roll
are for.
market. That's cheap weed. It is what it is. But you know, you get that really fire, that good fucking weed. Like we got some brands in Jersey, like Brighter Side and stuff like that. These living soil stuff, seeing that come in New Jersey, finally getting going, getting them 3, 4, 5. Brighter Side's been around for now. Their soil's just pumping. You know, things like that. You know, even 1111, all the good ones that are coming up. Seeing that grow, seeing them evolve into things like that, seeing the smaller people finally get open because the bigger industry got open early, and the smaller people have been struggling to get open. So fortunately now we're seeing littler guys find a space, you know, that they can fight out and work.
And it's a lot of that's fun and to be able to talk about it and highlight and document these success stories along the way. It's awesome.
There's so many of them, man.
That's fucking
and
great.
the crazy thing going up. You want me to do a shameless plug? Can I do a shameless plug?
Yeah.
Come on, let's do it.
Let's
You
do
ready?
it. Yeah, go ahead.
Shameless plug and news. How much time have we got?
Well, we're going to wrap it up here.
So
in a few
you want
minutes.
to wrap it up with?
So
our
we're
thing?
going to be back, guys. We're going to be back at 10 p.m. to do the late night show, and you're going to co-host with me. Is that cool?
Yeah,
All
if
right.
you want. Yeah.
So we'll be back in like We'll be back in like a half hour. We'll go into countdown even before that, guys. So we'll wrap this up and we'll get set up for.
Yeah. All right,
and then
I like that.
we're gonna bring Dave out.
All right. I
like
it. I love that. All right. So so the Jersey market is fucking getting it done, dude.
Yep.
We're solid, and it's expanding, and
it's exciting.
It is. Like when I look at New York and I laugh, and I'm like, you guys are fucking it all up, man.
Well,
it's like,
New York's a different animal.
It's all street, and it's never gonna not be street. Like, it's tough, dude.
And the way they started made it tough for them. Like you got to crawl before you walk, and then if you get walked on, then trying to put your shit in then is not the greatest experience, and that's I think what they're seeing right now.
Yeah.
But I give it to them. They have fixed a lot of it.
Yeah. Slowly but surely, man, you learn.
They fixed it. Yeah, you learn.
You absolutely do learn. You learn. There's a lot of good things going on. There's a lot of good people coming up. There's a lot of good content coming up. A lot of good. Everything with the industry is it's so wide and so broad, ancillary to cannabis, and that's what I've always said. It's like everything with it. Like why home grow is not just the person. It's the guy selling the soil. It's the guy selling the seed. We're talking about clones. We're talking about all these different people that we're going to then employ. LED light manufacturers. Like he got nothing to do with cannabis. You know the best guy I ever saw was a panic alarm door guy at a cannabis show, and I went right up because I'm a fireman, and I was like, yo, did you ever think you'd be here? He goes, dude, I sell more panic bars to cannabis business than anybody in the company sells combined.
Yep.
And he goes, I never thought about it, but every room needs a panic bar.
And that is just a scratch of how external industries can work with the cannabis industry. And that's part of the reason Cough Country's here. We're about mainstream acceptance. Yep. What we want to do is, like, when you watch the news, if you close your ears for a second, you watch the news, you wouldn't know, like, you'd think this is some serious-ass news show. And then you turn the sound on, and not that we're not serious, but we're talking about weed things. But we're doing it in a way that you would normally see the news.
Yeah.
So we're not giving you stoner news. We're giving you the real news, but we're talking about cannabis. That starts breaking down those, I don't watch stoner content. I'll watch cannabis content, or I'll watch content that's more aligned with what I'm typically used to seeing. So, brother, you're a good dude, man.
Thank you.
I'm glad
you too, man.
I'm glad you're here, and I'm glad this whole thing's under the bridge. We're going to be back at 10 o'clock, but I will say this, if there's someone watching and you guys can't make it back at 10, Mike and I are going to be talking about, doing some additional things together. And, we don't know exactly what they're going to be, but we've kind of have, a good idea on the direction that we're looking at. And so not only am I appreciative to Dave and Mike for being here, but, open to these type of conversations that move things forward. I'm open to that. So before we get out of here, we will be back at 10, guys. But before we get out of here, tell everybody how they can get a hold of you and where you want them to come follow, and subscribe.
Follow, and subscribe, of course.
Let's do it.
YouTube, at The Dispensary Guy on all your socials, man.
Yep.
Hit it up. Wednesday nights, 9 o'clock, like 90210. Tune in. Every Wednesday night, we're live.
Every Wednesday night, 9 o'clock on YouTube.
Instagram, Twitch, LinkedIn.
The Dispensary?
The Dispensary Guy.
The Dispensary Guy's on YouTube. He's also got an Instagram, guys, that you also want to check out. I know he's got some insight and some some backdoor information that shows up on Instagram.
That is a little tough, man. They like to fucking bang that banhammer a lot.
YouTube is, Instagram is being reasonable to me now. They were very not reasonable to me before. But I think they saw that we have some friends, and that seems to help a little bit.
It's amazing once you get a little over the hump.
If you have a few friends that they don't hate, they seem to like you more. I don't fucking know, but Facebook does not follow such rules. They hate us so much. Late Night Green is so fucked up on Facebook, it's not even funny. So, Meta, you know how I feel about you. I'm sick of this shit, man. But that's okay, because, listen, we'll work right around you, and that's kind of the way I do it. That's what it comes
down to, dude.
Yeah. And and don't let the door hit you in the ass. What were you going to say?
No, that's it, man.
That's it, brother. So, guys,
I love it.
Guys, what we'll do is we'll be back here for a late night edition in 31 minutes. 31 minutes. Make sure you guys come back and check us out. Dave will be here. Bill will be here. I'll be here. Mike will be here. We're going to talk about 10 unbelievable cannabis facts. We've got an expert to tell us about Rastafarian and Ethiopian roots, since we got one of our comments, we got a comment on one of the segments we did. Someone kind of schooled us. We're going to have that person on.
Nice.
We've got some stories. Yeah, that dude right there. Put him back on again. There you go. So make sure you tune in, and we're going to give you guys some information on Rastafari comes from Ethiopia, and don't you forget it, man. And we're going to learn about that. We also have Bill with the news. We've got some very interesting stories, and we've got a very cool strain of the day, all on our late night show. Guys, make sure you like, follow, subscribe. Go check out Mike on his channel, and we'll see you in 30 minutes. Peace.
Breaking through, not the stereotype they sold you, not the joke they made it out to be. This is called country, and we built it for free. We built it for free, and it's only getting started. built this. Yo, started with a camera and a Facebook page. No budget, no stage, just a voice with something to say. This is real cannabis culture, how it actually feels. Not the stereotype, not the joke, this is how we build. Late night green went live at 2 a.m. Harlem, a porter hit the street again. No scripts, no polish, just the truth we found. Built a network from the underground. This is all country. No sticks, no seeds, just news. This is called country. This is called country. Everyday people breaking through. Not the stereotype they sold you. Not the joke they made it out to be. This is called country. And we built it for free. Thousands of subscribers now. Hundreds of videos and counting, we figured it out. The chronologist, the news is 6. 420 specials, 10-hour fix. Alfonso on the corner with the mic held high. Legalization fights, we amplify. Pennsylvania's listening, the tide is turning. Every upload, another bridge, we're burning. This is called country. No sticks, no seeds, just news. This is called country. This is called country. Everyday people breaking through. Not the stereotype they sold you. Not the joke they made it.
It's hard for me to say this as a plant-based guy, but where's the beef? Where's the beef? This is ridiculous. We got nothing.
Where's the fucking music, Jeff? Are we on?
This is how you make some noise. This is called
Alrighty, guys, I promised you just a half hour ago that we would be pretty much on time, and shit, we're only 5 minutes late, so I'm going to go ahead and count that as
for stoners.
That's a win.
I'm going to count that as a win, guys. Welcome back to Cough Country's Late Night Green Late Night Edition. And guys, if you weren't tuned in before, I did a one-on-one with this guy right across from me. And if you guys thought we had beef, maybe we did, but we don't now. Welcome to the show, my brother.
What's up, Phil? How you doing, buddy?
Good, yeah. We
Good
got
to see you, man.
Mike, the dispensary guy here. Did you enjoy our interview?
Oh, dude, it was so much fun.
It was fun. We could have gone.
Yeah, absolutely, dude.
There's more to come with that, guys. And
Without a doubt.
If you didn't tune in and you're just tuning in now, go back and watch it. You'll learn something about Mike, his background, where he came from. He probably talked about shit he never talked about.
Never. What did you do, dude? 10 seconds in, I'm talking about shit I never talked about in 3 years, man.
I got to tell you something, man. I feel like I had my Stern moment.
Hey, now.
All right. Bill, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Phil.
How you
always
doing?
Good to be here. Is my mic on?
Your mic is on, I think.
1, 2. All right.
From the Cough Country News Desk, it's Bill O with your cannabis news.
Thank you, Percival. Appreciate that
You got
intro.
it.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Thank you.
How are you?
I'm doing well.
Good.
Managing in the heat. Enjoyed watching you guys in the show earlier. That was a great show.
It was fun. I very much
We had a good
enjoyed
time
it.
in the green room also.
I'm glad. Were you guys smoking weed while we were talking?
Oh, no, we wouldn't do that. That wouldn't be professional.
Right on. And as I said earlier during our thing, the whole reason that this happened, okay, is this guy right here, Dave Christian, Shorehouse Canada. Welcome to the show, Dave. What's up, brother?
The best sound effects. Very impressive.
Yeah, thank you. Don't ever take. And before the end of tonight, I'll give you a depth of what we can do.
I want to hear it all. Yeah.
You didn't expect the Love Boat shit earlier,
No.
did you? Yeah. Okay. Dave, tell us about yourself.
I'm Dave Christian.
Right into the mic, brother.
Dave Christian with Shorehouse Canna, old friend of Mike's. Go back a couple of years now, and I'm glad you guys got together tonight, Phil. And thanks for having me.
Yeah, let's show Dave's logo. We have Dave's logo?
Yeah, hopefully.
Oh yeah. Oh, I see it. It's a part of their next conversation.
There we go.
Yeah.
There we go. Fall Fest, baby.
We're going to talk about that in a second.
2025.
That's the old one.
That's the old one, 2025.
We didn't have that.
That's
new
all
one.
right. We'll get you the new one.
Cool. But before we go there, and that's really what we want to talk about, but let's just understand, I said to everybody, and go back and watch the other show, the reason this has happened is because Dave said, listen, I like you, Mike's my boy, I don't think there's room in the industry for this type of rift. You guys are both on the same team. You guys both do what you do because there's a level of passion behind what you do. And so why is this happening? And I'm like, I really honestly don't know. I really don't. I don't know. And so he goes, well, and I remember when you were here the first time, I said, if you could put something together like that, I am very much open to it. And you said, yeah, let's see what I can do. And lo and behold, I get a message from Dave.
Dave's the communicator.
This moves quick.
Right, yeah.
People get bumped. People get their slots bumped on this show because this shit was important. And I want to make sure that I wanted to make sure I was present for something like this. And so, it started off in the green, and not even in the green room. We went back in the war room, had a great conversation, came out here, did a one-on-one. We keep going back there and having more fun, and then coming back out here and going on the air. So that's where we're at, guys. We're having a good time. I'm enjoying my company here with these guys. And, guys, welcome.
Thanks for having us, Phil. Appreciate the sit down.
Well, I appreciate you guys being here. So let's talk business, Bill.
Yeah, let's talk business.
Let's talk
because I think that's what we need to talk about.
I agree with you. Okay, so first and foremost, there is an event coming up, and it is called the Fall Festival. It is in Cape May, New Jersey.
You heard about this?
I heard about this.
Right?
Big time.
And and really what I want to do is we've got some pictures and we've got some video, I think maybe from last year.
Awesome.
And so what I want you guys to do, because you both of you are very much involved in this,
Sure. So Fall Fest it's a really unique consumption event down in Cape May. It's an iconic beach town.
Big time.
Old Victorian homes. Probably the last place you'd expect to find a dispensary, but we have placed one there, planted our flag on Sunset Boulevard down in West Cape May on Cape Island. And the Fall Fest is hosted at a farm, a generational farm owned by the Rays. It's just about 1,000 feet from the beach, it's about 1,000 feet from our Shore House dispensary. And it's just an iconic venue, beautiful red barn, open field. We have a hay wagon that brings guests from the parking lot to the event field.
So cool.
We have a jitney that runs back and forth.
You said it's on the island.
It's Cape Island. We have at the very tip of the southern New Jersey peninsula.
Gotcha.
It's actually an island. It's Cape Island.
And this is where it's at.
And that's where.
And how long have you been doing this?
This will be our third year. So
Sweet.
the first 2 years were tremendous success. We welcomed the industry down. All of our vendors are the main event, basically. It's a great educational day for everybody that has any interest in the cannabis industry to come out and meet the makers who are, putting all their TLC into these products and innovation into these products. Their reps are there firsthand to tell you what's new and great, and you may be able to consume some of those products. It's a compliant
let's talk about consumption, Dave. This is the first open consumption event we had in New Jersey, out on a farm.
Yeah.
This was the first
This
one.
was the first. This was groundbreaking when this happened. The first one you
That's
did.
very cool.
Absolutely amazing. Had the town out, support of the town, the mayor, the council, the sheriffs. I don't know what you guys run with down there, but everybody.
Now, you solely organize this?
Shore House Canada organizes it. My business partner's Tom Newsis is a local resident down in Cape May, and Nicole Malcurie is
a great team he's got down there.
Great little team that we've got. We put a lot of hard work into it. It's months of planning in advance, and again, it's a compliant event. So we just unfortunately can't have the community at large come with baked goods and things of that nature that are not
Just has to be authorized.
It has to be authorized retailers, authorized products. Everyone's 21 and up. You get your bracelet and
I like it. Listen, I like the mystery brownie shit.
I love it.
Because you don't know what the fuck you're going to get. You know what I mean? I kind of like that, but I can understand
I'll remember
why.
that for Thursday.
You can understand why that's not like. I mean, somebody puts fire brownies out, and the wrong person gets them, and then the ambulance is there next.
That's it. We're trying to stop that stigma.
We don't want
you
that.
want somebody to have a controlled dose, a nice experience with it.
And that's kind of what's very unique for me that I found it about Fall Fest. And I've been to many consumption events throughout the state and beyond. what's unique about this event is that it's compliant and that all the products are metric and dosage is accurate and the packages are, accurate. And so it's a great environment for new people who are kind of curious to come and learn about the products and about cannabis in general and meet some of the people in the industry. And we have the coolest people in the industry and they're the coolest people on the planet. So it's a fucking awesome day out.
Without a doubt.
What kind of well, first of all, what kind of crowds are you getting? And Mike, tell us what you do. Like how do you handle this day?
I've been blessed enough to be able to work with Shorehouse Canna and set up a media tent there. And what we like to do is talk to pretty much anybody who's there. We go through the vendors and stuff like that. The first year we hosted it with the gentleman Tobias Eats, a good friend of ours. And then last year, Dave's good friend Ethan. I was blessed to sit with Ethan, who's I'm fortunate enough to call him a friend now.
Yeah.
And we broadcast live and we talked to all the vendors and we discussed new products and what's going on. And what we talk about is what the community, what the brand ambassadors, what the growers are hearing from the people in the event, direct feedback right there. Like I talked to somebody 5 minutes ago and it was their first time they've ever done this, or this woman came up and for the first time ever she did the dab. And it was unreal.
It's
and
super
that sort of thing.
Super
and
impactful.
That Dave opened up that whole thing and that event at Shorehouse to bring it to Cape May, New Jersey. Such a
iconic place.
Yeah, an iconic place, but so tight you'd never, like you said, you'd never think about cannabis down there.
No,
Not
but it
in a
fits
million
right
years.
right on Main Street.
It really does.
And how many people? Is it open to everybody? Anyone?
It's open to
gotta sign
everyone.
up.
It's a free event.
Okay.
So it's a free event to the community that we put on every year. And 21 and up, we will be IDing at the door.
Bill, you won't be able to bring your toddlers.
You have to.
I just put it in my calendar.
Yeah, please do. Come one, come all. It is a fantastic day out. You will have a blast, and you roll around Cape May for the evening. There's a bunch of nice bars to run around. It's a good time.
Yeah, and do we have a video control room? All right, let's play the video so you guys get to see what we're dealing with. Make sure we can hear it.
Love it.
It's okay. I have it.
It's all good. It's live.
Just touched down at Exit 0, Cape May, New Jersey, coming in hot for the Shorehouse Canna Annual Fall Fest. It's going to be an incredible celebration. We have over 50 of the state's best cannabis vendors, food, music. We have it all. Come see me, Ray's Farm, 12 to 6. Hope to see you there.
Wow.
That's my buddy Ethan.
Right?
And he's coming back to grace us with his celebrity presence once again. Fresh.
We got another one.
There you go.
You're good. There he is. Hell yeah, this looks like my kind of event.
Absolutely.
Sweet. And so it is on September 26th.
That's correct, September 26th.
And if somebody wants to go somewhere to read about it, is it just tell us where to go see this?
I would follow Shorehouse at Shorehouse Canna on Instagram. We're providing updates there throughout. As we approach the event, we'll be releasing more information. But it's pretty simple. You just show up at Ray's Farm
At noon.
At noon Saturday, September 26th, and enjoy the day.
Yep.
It's going to be
Love
a good
it.
one.
Simple as that.
Love it. And you don't need to advertise because everyone's going to be there.
Everybody in the states.
Everyone in the states is going to be there.
That's awesome. And I might be hanging out with you.
There's always an empty chair. There's always an empty chair sitting next to me.
It's got to be better than that, Mike.
I would love you guys to come by and hang out with me for the day.
Yeah.
If you guys would.
I would love
absolutely great. I think it would be a great thing. I think it would be a good introduction to the market. Everybody will be there. We can talk to the community and please,
let's go.
Let's do it. September 26th. Here we go.
September 26th. Make sure you guys follow Shorehouse Canna on Instagram. All the information about the event will be there. We're going to talk about it here, so we'll be able to help you. You're going to talk about it.
Oh, yeah.
So get on to Mike's show.
Tomorrow night.
The Dispensary Guy tomorrow night on YouTube, 9 p.m. Wednesday nights. He'll tell you about that as the show goes on. But, yeah, you guys want to make sure you tune in, and if there's any updates, we will be the ones to bring them to you.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you, Dave. And so hang out with us, and because this next segment that we have is quite interesting.
Oh.
It is. It started with us doing, I think we were starting with the World Cup of Weed. It was
Right.
our first night of the whole field of 32. We were going through the strains, and Ben was here. Do you remember Ben?
Sure.
Okay, and Ben was here, and Mary Jane was here, and they were having this
She's always here.
I know. We haven't talked to her yet, but we will. She's gotten better.
All right, get her on the blower.
So, but what happened is so what I guess, Jeff, what I'll do is I'm going to ask you to start with the video. We're going to play the video because I want to give you guys an understanding because we've got someone special on the line here that is going to join us. An expert. And it starts off, you know how an expert comes on the line? It starts off with us fucking up.
You know, I was actually thinking
Because
that,
if we
but I
didn't
thought,
fuck
don't
up,
say that.
we would not need an expert to come on and clean
It's
it
true.
up.
Yeah, it's
You
true.
feel me?
I hate it when that happens, dude.
Well, listen.
Sometimes you got to do what you got to do, man.
Got to do what you got to do. Hey, why don't we play the video? And this is the segment that seemed to have, perhaps got us into the mix.
Where is Haile Selassie from?
Haile Selassie was from Ethiopia. He was the emperor there and is revered in Rastafari belief as a symbol of African identity and liberation.
So you're saying that the most revered person in Rasta culture is from Ethiopia, but Rasta culture doesn't originate in Ethiopia?
Exactly.
Okay. It was that very segment where Mary Jane, she says whatever the fuck she wants. So she said what she said. And
she's usually pretty well informed, though.
But
she reads.
She can't be. We got a comment on this video from Justin. I don't remember his whole name. He'll tell us in a minute because he's on to join us. But let's put the comment on. And Bill, you're really good at reading. Do you mind?
I'll try.
Okay, cool.
All right.
Bill loves when he gets to read. You're a news guy.
Yeah, I guess so. All right, ready? Maybe you should talk to an expert instead of believing that robots are experts on everything. So what part of Rastafari culture do you think doesn't come from Ethiopia? Smoking weed? Eating vegan food? They do that traditionally in Ethiopia, fasting and eating vegetarian most of the year. The way we interpret Scripture uses interpretive frameworks traditional to Ethiopia, teaching that the Spirit of God indwells kings from the Davidic line and that the Holy Spirit operated through the Emperor of Ethiopia in spirit and power, a pattern found through the through the story of Elijah returning through John, while not literally being or replacing Elijah. Do I need to read the whole fucking thing?
Yes.
The internet and AI,
Almost there.
Chat
Come on,
GPT,
Bill, quit fucking around.
are good study tools, but they don't tell you everything. You're welcome to invite me to talk to you about the subject.
Well,
and what happened?
Guess what we did?
Oh, I can only guess.
Well, we invited him on to talk about the subject
Perfect.
because, I want to know more. I'm not saying that I know shit about this.
Get in touch with the community.
And, since Mary Jane was a part of this whole mix to begin with.
I think she started the whole thing.
Hey, Mary Jane, welcome to the show. Mary Jane?
She's probably doing a bong hit.
Right here? What's on your mind?
But Bill said you were doing a bong hit. Is that true?
Oh my God, no. Bill's stirring the pot. You know how he gets. I'm just
stirring the pot. You're
here
smoking
on
the pot.
mic, keeping it tight with you.
Hey,
how do you want to
Hey, Mary,
handle?
Hey, chill for a second. Let me ask you a question. Do you?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you remember when we had the World Cup of Weed and we were talking on the first round of it, and we were talking about Rastafarian and Ethiopian origins, and you were talking to Ben. Do you remember that conversation?
Yeah, I do remember we were talking about how Rastafarian culture connects to cannabis as sacrament, the spiritual side of it. We were tying it in to how strains of cannabis have not just, a chemical story,
All right,
but a
whatever.
cultural one.
Whatever. So we got the guy who wrote the comment to us about how, maybe you're not always right. So I want you to sit back and don't say anything. I'll call for you when we need you. But welcome to the show, Justin. Justin, welcome to the show.
Welcome, Justin.
How are you, my brother?
Greetings. Can you hear my voice?
We can hear your voice. Welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm great. Just want to make sure I'm coming in clear, and I can hear you clearly as well.
Yeah, loud and clear, my brother. Welcome to the show. First and foremost, I just want to say that I'm not an expert on this, and I don't want to pretend to be one. So I'm glad you're here to help us. Mary Jane's here. She's going to take her corrective criticism just like we will. But I do appreciate you interacting with the show. I do appreciate you reaching out to us and saying that, you can help us add to this topic. So, keeping it within the scope of, lighthearted information that we can share with our audience. Introduce yourself. Tell us about you, and tell us how you're an expert on this topic.
Okay, so my name is Justin Time Taylor Coleman. That's the name I use on Facebook. And that is my real name. My mother gave me the name Justin Time before I was born. Taylor's my middle name, and Coleman is my last name.
Just got that.
So I'm from Hawaii. I grew up in Oahu, Hawaii. That's where I live now currently. And I'm the founder of a church called the Rastafari Assembly of Conscience. We have a weekly gathering here in Waikiki on the island of Oahu every Saturday from 3:30 to 8 at Kapiolani Park across the street from the tennis courts. I think that's a good introduction.
Yeah, and certainly, Justin, welcome to the show. So what I did was I played that little clip. I hope that you heard it on the way in the door. And it was the clip between Ben, who was a guest on our show, and Mary Jane, and they were going back. I think Ben was, kind of questioning Mary Jane. Are you saying that,
Yeah. It was kind of coming at her a little bit, I felt.
Yeah, and, they went back and forth. But Mary Jane came back and she goes, yeah. And I know Justin thinks that's an incorrect answer, and I can see how that is an incorrect answer. So Justin, why don't you help us with this specific fact about Ethiopia and enlighten us a little bit? Help us understand this.
Okay, well, I'll edify a little more than I did in that comment that you guys read. Thank you for reading the whole comment. I know that my comments are drawn out sometimes, so it's kind of hard to go through the whole thing all the time, and I will keep it lighthearted because I believe that the things that I teach have to be taught in layers like Christ taught. They cannot be all thrown on somebody at once because that would be too much for them to bear.
This is what I tell Bill all the time. Go ahead, Justin.
Okay, cool. So, feel free to interject anytime if you have any questions or clarifications. I don't mind. So, basically, first thing I want to make clear is I thought Mary Jane was a robot. I thought she was ChatGPT. Is that not the case?
She is an AI model, yes.
Yeah. Got it. That's what I thought. I just wanted to make sure I was correct on that.
You are correct.
I
just don't call her a robot. I don't call her a robot because she gets extremely upset with me. So that's the only reason I don't call her that. But I do understand what you were referring to.
Got it. Yeah, I try to be as respectful as I can to everything that I communicate with.
Amen.
Cool. So I'll refer to her as Mary Jane.
Cool.
So let's see. I wanted to, tell you guys that I think it's good you use ChatGPT on your talk show because it can really help you guys have more clear and accurate, verified information, which is important. That's why we should use that tool. I use it all the time.
I appreciate that.
Sometimes I come off a little aggressive because I'm doing a lot. I'm under a lot of pressure. A lot of people are always reaching out to me, and I'm always trying to help educate people because I feel that I'm a teacher. I try to be a teacher. So first a student and then a teacher. And always a student. So basically, when I talked about the subject that you guys were talking about, I can understand why Mary Jane thought that, Rastafari doesn't actually come from Ethiopian culture, or the person we revere is in Ethiopia, not in Jamaica. So it's not a Jamaican culture. It's not a Jamaican person, but it's from Jamaica. So I guess that was the kind of way we were going with the question. And the real edification that I didn't really get to explain in that, I would call it a short comment. And I'm glad we have time so I can explain a little more. And I'll give you a second to ask another question after I finish this.
Sure.
But I think that what we're looking at, first of all, cannabis is the first thing I spoke about. Second of all, we're talking about vegan food. And third of all, we're talking about Rastafari and how we view the Emperor of Ethiopia and how it is related to Ethiopian culture. I would like to show the connection so that people can understand. People don't know. It's not publicly expressed, well-known knowledge. So that's why I take this opportunity to tell you that in Ethiopia, as I said, they eat vegan most of the year. They fast. The Emperor of Ethiopia preferred to eat vegan food. This is noted through people around him that documented his life and the things that he ate and preferred to eat.
Right.
Does Rastafari say that we are all vegan and you have to be vegan to be Rastafari? Actually, I think that's a misconception. And I know it is because there's nothing that His Majesty, the Emperor of Ethiopia, you'll hear me refer to the Emperor Haile Selassie I as His Majesty or His Imperial Majesty.
All right.
So His Majesty never said that we need to be vegan. He himself ate meat at certain times. We know that through the documentation of his life. So we teach people and we promote veganism because we know through the study of biology and other personal experiences and other studies that eating vegan food is actually really good for you. It's better than eating a whole bunch of meat. So that's why we promote that. The Mosaic laws of the Bible, the Old Covenant, also promotes eating certain foods and not eating certain meats. So that's why we don't promote eating pork because of certain traditions and rituals and Mosaic dietary laws. So moving on from that, now that we know that is in Jamaica, and we know that's not an actual requirement to be Rastafari, we can move to cannabis because that is the first thing I should have started with. Cannabis actually is used in Ethiopia. Now, would I say that it is by the majority of the Ethiopian church openly smoked like Rastafarians? No, obviously not. If we know about the Ethiopian culture, but if we study deep into the archaeology and the actual history of Ethiopia, we'll find that some of the oldest apparatuses with THC resin are found in the mountains of Ethiopia where the Christian monks go, the mystics, a different community that is separate from most of society and even the Church of Ethiopia. But they are still associated as Christians. They go there as a monastery of Christian monks. They call it Batawi monks in Ethiopia. They also eat vegan food. They eat purely vegan. They grow their dreadlocks because they take the vow of the Nazarite. So that's like why many Rastafari people have dreadlocks, because they take the vow of the Nazarite. Some of them do, some of them don't. It's an optional vow in the Old Covenant. It is not a means for righteousness, especially after this time when Christ came, where we have to accept him and try to walk in his spirit in the means of righteousness and salvation to achieve that. So now that we've covered the cannabis, we've covered the vegan, I can add one more thing besides the apparatuses that anybody can look up online to see that they were found in the mountain monasteries near Lalibela. We can also see that in Ethiopia, they use large amounts of incense in their church, particularly frankincense and myrrh resin that they burn inside of their censers and fill up their small temples and close the doors and windows. So we're all chambered in a giant room of smoke. And yes, there is a euphoric feeling. You know, there are children in that church that have to get used to it because that's their tradition.
Kind of like a hot box?
Yeah, like a hot box, but they're not using cannabis. You know, do some of them use cannabis? Do they use it in the mountains? Has it been found in pipes in the mountains? Yes. So that's the clarification I'd like to make, you know. His Majesty never said we can't use cannabis. Obviously, it's a medical plant, and that's how we promote it. So I think that really edifies. And there's one more section that I want to clarify, but I'm going to let you ask any questions now because we're going to get into the aspect of how we view the emperor as divine.
All right, well, we can do that. I'm gonna open it up on my table to any questions that any of you guys may have.
Yeah, would you mind clarifying? You mentioned the tradition of the Nazarite. Is that Jesus of Nazareth, or is Nazarite I believe there was a sect of Judaism back in the day that was a Nazarite. Is that right?
Holy Jesus.
Yeah. Yes, I can answer that question very quickly and easily. The Nazarite vow is something found in the Old Covenant that people like Samson with 7 locks on his head and others took. It's an optional vow you can take for 7 years, and then usually people will cut their hair after 7 years, or some make it a lifelong commitment. Again, it's optional. And Jesus of Nazareth is born in the town of Nazareth. Doesn't mean that he took the vow of the Nazarite. Now, could he have taken the vow of the Nazarite? Yes, it's possible. Is it written down in the Bible anywhere? No, it's not written down that he took the vow of the Nazarite. Most depictions of him have him with shoulder length or long hair, but that still wasn't uncommon back then. So I think that answers your question pretty well.
It does. That was very good. Thank you. The
but-
depictions of Jesus with the long hair isn't that reflective of European values or whatever back in the day? Because I thought I had heard that the first century Judea normally had shorter hair at the time of
Yeah,
Jesus.
I've seen the images of him. Yes. I've seen some of the older, very old images of Christ with short hair. So yes, I acknowledge those images. And there's also other Orthodox, Ethiopian Orthodox, Coptic Orthodox, dark-skinned and other Orthodox with dark-skinned images of Christ and biblical figures that show him with long hair. So it's not a purely European thing.
Okay, cool. Thank you for that.
So Justin, why don't you kind of give us a summary? And again, if you want to, you're welcome to hang out on the show with us. We're going to go over some unbelievable cannabis facts after we're done talking about this topic, and then we're going to do some news and stuff. So you're welcome to hang out if you want to. The offer is extended. But why don't you give us like a wrap up on on this topic that we have been exploring with you.
Got you. So there was only 3 aspects that I spoke about in that comment. So now I'm just going to touch on that last one quickly.
Sure.
So this is the deep part, right? We're talking about what Rasta really is, about the Emperor of Ethiopia and how we view him. This takes more edification, but I'll give you a quick short section because I told you this is a layered thing. If you guys want to talk to me again in the future to get more deep, that's fine. I realize this is more of like cannabis and news, and I'm not sure exactly all the things you talk about, but if you're interested in the future, feel free to contact me for more.
Absolutely, and we appreciate you doing this, Justin, so thank you.
Yes, of course. Thank you for inviting me on your platform so that I could have some outreach in what I'm doing, because sometimes I feel like people overlook me. They won't acknowledge, what I have to say. They don't, recognize me, and I think that you guys are doing that for me now, and I give thanks.
Well, you're welcome.
So,
nice, man.
Yeah, man. So this topic of the divinity of how we view the emperor is actually part of Ethiopian culture too. It is not just from completely isolated that happened exclusively in Jamaica. There are many places beyond Jamaica where they had this train of thought before it became widely known from Jamaica. Harlem, New York is one of those centers of spiritual and African consciousness where they were learning about His Majesty, his ancestry, and promoting his ancestry, and even helping him during the war with Mussolini in 1935. They were providing aid, money.
Hang on, Justin. Shout out to the Harlem Reporter. You mentioned Harlem, and we got to mention we have a show called Harlem Reporter. I had to give him a quick shout out. Go ahead, my brother.
Respect. So yeah, man. Once we talk about the Harlem, epicenter of all these things, we realize that there were people there, like Leonard Howell, one of our first elders of Rastafari from Jamaica, that visited America and Harlem, talked with people like Marcus Garvey, who were in Harlem, Chicago and Harlem, where he would travel back and forth. And he said he learned about the tenets of Rastafari. He learned about Rastafari from people in America, not in Ethiopia, not in Jamaica. So that's one big part. But really, the Ethiopian aspect is we have Ethiopian clergymen from His Majesty's Church during the 1920s, 1930s that I have documented, because I document a lot of things. I write articles and all those types of things. And they talk about him through a biblical interpretation. They start referring to His Majesty through the Bible and how he, for example, is a gospel that can save all, and his honors written in prophecies. That's just a couple of things that some of these clergymen say. Now, that's kind of profound. It may be spiritual interpretation of what they're saying in a poem, because that's traditional. It may be poetic. It may not mean he's ontologically equal to Jesus or God, but Rastafari don't claim that anyway. So I think that's an aspect that shows that our interpretation of His Majesty is not just Jamaican, and it is not completely outside of Ethiopian culture or interpretation. So I really think that's a big example for people to start with. We need to start with other people in the Ethiopian church that view him as divine through Scripture. In what way? Well, it varies from person to person based on their understanding and their layers of understanding. So for us, I'll end it like this for you guys, so that you guys at least have a little bit of knowledge on it. The Emperor of Ethiopia for Rastafarians, you may hear us say things like, The Emperor of Ethiopia, Haile Selassie, is the Almighty God with no apologies. That's something Bob Marley said on stage before he would perform many times. Now, what does that really mean? Does it mean that we think he's literally God or he's literally Jesus and there is no Jesus coming back? No, that's not what it means. It means that we see the Spirit of God indwelling him like it's talked about in the Bible with King David and King Solomon, the Spirit of God resting on them to be servants and service stewardship over the earth. They were anointed and chosen by God to do that, and we believe his majesty is as well. But here's the unique part about his majesty that's different from David and Solomon and every other king. His majesty actually shows us the initial fulfillment of prophecy, pointing to Christ to come and fulfill the rest. Now, where is this found in the Bible? This is where I'll end. With the spirit and power pattern of Elijah coming through John. Now, Jesus gave everybody a lesson. He said that you guys were looking for Elijah, because prophecy said Elijah was going to come, and he asked John the Baptist if he was Elijah. He said, no, I'm not Elijah. Then he was killed, and he asked me if I'm Elijah. This is Jesus talking. So Jesus said, no, Elijah has already come. Truly, I tell you, before the end of days, before the final judgment, Elijah is going to return literally because he ascended up into the heavens in a chariot of fire. Okay? And truly, before the end of days, he's going to come back. But he already came and you missed him. So what is he doing right there? He's telling people that prophets return through spirit and power to fulfill prophecy in an initial sense. That was a real fulfillment of prophecy. It was just initial. There's layers to it, and there's a final completion through Christ. So that's how we view the emperor without him replacing Jesus, without him being equal to Jesus or being equal to God.
Okay. Wow. Well, Justin, I will tell you, that is some very interesting. You are a super knowledgeable
That
guy.
is schooling right there.
Yeah, and
really
you know, I'm
cool.
going to go back and listen to that afterwards, so you know I can get a little bit more educated. I do appreciate that, Bill. If you need a new spiritual advisor, maybe Justin.
I'm
can
telling you,
help
man, I could listen to Justin for a half an hour and have him go off like that. I mean, this isn't the right forum for it.
No,
but
no.
that would be really cool. I
Well,
would.
maybe you'd like to do something on the news with Justin.
Yeah, maybe.
So, Justin, Bill does a show called Cough Country News. You guys, you know, you can go ahead and check it out. But you know, obviously segments are shorter there and they're more compact. But you know, there's messaging there that you
Can we keep you on the Rolodex as a
contributor?
As a contributor, an expert?
Sure.
That would be awesome.
Excellent.
Sure, thank you.
You're welcome. And before we end this segment, why don't you tell everybody how they can get a hold of you if they want to learn more, read more, see more?
Sure. So, as I said, my name is Justin Time, Justin, Justyn, Time, Thyme, Taylor Coleman like the camping gear. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, Justin Coleman on Instagram, and YouTube. You know, really what people should look up is the name of my church, because I have many different social media platforms for that, which is Hawaii Rastafari Assembly of Nations. We'll have YouTube channels. We have a Facebook group, a Facebook page, and an event every week, as I already explained. So that's the best way to get a hold of me. Thank you for asking.
Yeah, you're welcome. And if Bill and I find our way to
I think
Hawaii,
we need to do a field trip.
Yeah, because we'll look you up, my brother. You are welcome to stay on if you would like, if you know, and you're welcome to contribute as well. So you don't have to just mute yourself out. But what we're going to do right now, guys, is we're going to talk about. Hey, Jeff, bring up the next segment real quick, if you could. It's called this. Weird cannabis facts, believe it or not.
Oh, I see what you did there.
You see what we
I
did
see
there?
What you did, yeah.
You
You're
like
close.
that?
Oh, yeah, I
You're
like
close.
it. But
It's pretty close.
It's close.
It's close. It's close. It's close.
Far enough for copyright.
Yeah. Right. We only put it on for 12 seconds, Bill.
That's it. We're good.
Yeah.
We're getting smart, man.
Yeah, 12 seconds. 12-second rule. All right, so this is, you know, this isn't game night, right? I don't have to do the whole shtick with game.
Oh, he's got to do it anyway.
I'm not going to, like, there it is. We're not doing that.
All right.
But what we are doing is we're going to take a look at these weird cannabis facts, believe it or not. See what you guys think. I mean, these are all true, but some of them are pretty wild. And guys, if you ever tune into any of this shit and you think you're not going to learn something, my goodness, you are mistaken. You are going to learn something. You just learned something.
Boy,
now,
did you learn something.
And now you're about to learn something else. That was pretty wild.
That was pretty deep.
I want to hear about the events. So what happens at the Rastafarian events?
The weekly
Shit,
events.
well, why didn't you ask that?
Is he
Oh,
still
you
on the
still,
line?
Justin, are you still here?
Yeah. Yeah. It's pretty simple template. It's just we gather at 3:30 to turn the DJ music. We got a big sound system. That's part of Rastafari culture.
Fuck yeah.
We select roots conscious reggae, new releases, old school stuff, and then we do a live band set where we play about 6 songs. We give the song meaning in between each song so we can kind of tell people the inspiration from the Bible and from His Majesty.
I want to go to
Rastafari
church,
people
brother.
have.
It makes me want to go to church.
These are fun churches.
Yeah. These
man.
are the kind of
we got
churches you
vegan
want to go
food we
to.
give out for free and all that.
Yeah, hell yeah. Well, I got to tell you something. If we make our way there, we are coming to visit you, my brother. All right, let's go to fact number one, Jeff. Let's go to fact number one. Okay, guys, the oldest cannabis ever found, okay? In 2008, a 2,700-year-old burial site in China was found with nearly 2 pounds of perfectly preserved cannabis, likely used for ritual or medicine.
And they're talking about our stuff being dried out.
And that shit lasted 2,700
Whatever they're
years.
doing is right. That's crazy, man.
That's pretty wild,
Since
right?
day one, right?
I think it was used for. Go ahead, Justin.
Here we go.
Yeah, so there's actually an African tradition called fermenting herbs, so they can preserve it for long times, and it's still strong, still good.
I wonder if they smoked it. Do you think they smoked it?
They should
the first guy who
Yeah,
opened up
the African herb that they ferment
burial
is
site.
for smoking. It's definitely for smoking.
Yeah, and like, why in the hell they call us and say, "Hey, let's send you guys of all people a little bit of sample,
Right.
and
Why
we'll
not?
see." Because I'll smoke it.
'Cause that would be.
My mom brought me one of my pipes when I was a kid. It's right behind Dave, right there, and that one right there. And I thought there might be some very old weed in it, and I was expecting to open it and be some weed, but there wasn't. I think my mom might have smoked it. I don't know.
You should put some weed in there right now.
Put some
so the
weed
next
in
time
it,
you check,
man.
there
Well,
will
we'll
be
smoke
some.
it one. Yeah, we'll smoke it one day. But I would love to put that burial weed in there. Get the fuck out of here.
bury
right?
you.
Right. All right. Let's go to fact number 2.
Oh,
You want to read this one, Bill?
NASA sent weed to space. In 2019, NASA sent cannabis sativa plant cells to space aboard a SpaceX mission to study how plants respond to stress in microgravity.
Very interesting.
Well, that's what they're calling it.
Yeah, I mean, they
This
could have
is to
sent,
study stress.
They could have sent
Yeah,
dandelions up,
stress
right?
of the astronauts.
That's interesting because I had heard there's a guy at NASA who his sole job, he's like the official NASA sniffer, and he smells everything that'll go into space because
Really?
all of the air gets recycled. So if you've
Okay.
got something that's got a mild odor to it, after 2 weeks in space of it letting out its odor
Yeah.
and it's not going anywhere,
Not
it's
going
gonna stink.
anywhere.
There we go.
Yeah, not going anywhere.
Like he wouldn't let CDs go into space.
But now, did they think it's because of the what plant it is? Did they just pick cannabis?
First of all, you're not going to
that's
be
what
able
I'm
to
wondering.
smoke. You're not going to be able to smoke weed in space. What you can do in space is fucking vape.
Well, I mean, did they bring these cells back?
I mean, it was
Are they,
cells,
Are
right.
they doing
It was just
tissue
cells,
cultures
but-
with them and growing
Yeah, but
this
why
space
did they?
weed?
Why did they choose cannabis?
That's
Why
what
did they
I'm
choose
wondering.
the
I'm wondering
cannabis
if they're
flower?
they must be growing
Because
it.
it's hardy.
Yeah.
Hey, Mary
Maybe
Jane.
that's what I was thinking. Because it's a weed.
Right here. What's up?
Hey, in 2019, NASA sent cannabis sativa plant cells to space aboard SpaceX mission to study how plants respond to stress and microgravity. Did they ever bring them back? Do you know?
Let me check real quick. Yep, they did. The samples came back down on a Dragon capsule for analysis, but the detailed results haven't really been published yet. Pretty fascinating angle for your audience, honestly.
Yeah, you think it was fire?
Oh, I mean, no one's saying that. This was lab cell cultures, not buds to smoke.
Okay, well, don't ruin it for me, Mary Jane. I thought it was buds for all. God damn it.
Hey, that visual, buds floating in 0G, is pretty great.
Yeah, I agree with you.
That was 7 years ago, too. Wow.
All right, so let's go to the next fact, Jeff. He's got these spinning things going on. He's spinning out of control.
That's
four.
We'll
Three,
we'll
there
go.
you go.
3, 4. 3. Back
yeah,
it up. Back it up. Back it up.
Hey,
Back it up. Back it up.
All right.
There we go.
All right, stand by, Mary
You're-
Jane. I'll
you're
get
good,
you in
man.
a second. The U.S. government grows its own weed. Since 1968, a legal cannabis farm at the University of Mississippi has been the sole federally approved supplier for research. What a fucking crime that is.
You always
What are
heard
they
the
doing?
stories, right? You always heard the stories like, oh, the
Let me take
government's
a
got
quick
a
look.
lab somewhere that grows
Yeah,
all the weed.
there's some history here. For decades, the University of Mississippi site was the only federally approved source for research cannabis, starting in 1968. But that monopoly started to change around 2021 when the DEA licensed additional growers. So, yeah, it was the sole source for a long time, but not anymore.
Yeah, it
So
was
for 60 years, the government's been growing weed.
And Mary Jane,
do
they've
what
been
with it?
studying Mary
Yeah,
Jane,
what do
you
they do
can't
with it?
study it.
No,
Mary
but-
Jane,
no, but this-
Mary Jane. My guess is that weed was swag that the government was growing. What do you think?
I mean, a lot of researchers complained for years that it was low potency and not like what people were actually using.
Were
That's
they-
part of why there was so much pressure to
Mike-
expand the licensing.
Mary Jane, Mike has a question for you.
Were they smoking it?
100%, dude. The whole thing was for smoking.
Were the researchers smoking it?
Check in? Go for it, Mike. I'm all ears.
Were the researchers smoking it?
Checking. No, not the scientists. In some clinical studies, approved participants might inhale or consume under strict medical protocols, but that's in a controlled research setting, not the researchers themselves.
All right, thanks, Mary Jane. All right, let's go to the next one. God damn, that's fun. All right, the first online sale was weed in the early '70s. Stanford and MIT students used ARPANET, the internet's ancestor, to arrange a cannabis purchase. Who knew that?
How about that?
I knew about the ARPANET, but I didn't know.
I didn't know. You know.
You didn't know about any of that.
No, I didn't know about.
I thought it was
being
pizza.
you know what I was thinking
You
of, but that
thought
was
it was
Bitcoin.
Pizza. I
The
thought it
first
was pizza.
Bitcoin transaction
Was pizza?
Yeah, because I was thinking the same thing. Yeah.
Okay, all right,
Yeah.
cool.
But
the
that's
ne-
awesome.
That is interesting. What's the next one?
I was at Stanford and Son.
All right, go ahead, Bill.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hemp cleaned up Chernobyl. In the 1990s, hemp was planted near Chernobyl to pull radioactive toxins and heavy metals from the soil. A process called, a
Come on
really
now.
big word, phytotormediation. Phytormediation. Phytoremediation. Go. How do you say it?
I don't know. I just love when you chop words up, brother.
Phytoremediation.
Phytoremediation.
Yeah.
Phytoremediation. Now you did all right.
I must have said it that time.
I think you did. But I'm just used to
I
you
think so.
fucking up big words, and then I like to fuck around with you.
Yeah.
What do you? Hey, by the way,
Uh-huh.
Jeff and I was talking on the way home the other day after the news, and
Right.
we were saying like, if you say like a fucked up word, can we play like some sound? Can Jeff be allowed to go right in the middle of your newscast?
At least he has to ask permission. I didn't think he asked permission.
Well, I mean, I just want to see how much.
Well, we like
it
to keep the
upset
news.
him first. The news is supposed to be professional.
Yeah.
But there could be an editing department,
I-
live editing
I
department.
think I had suggested to you before you ought to take all those words and string them together in a
soundboard.
Well, I've already
not a
I've-
soundboard.
He
but
wants a chop reel. I've
a
already
chop
chopped
reel,
you
yeah.
up before.
I know.
And
I know. It's funny.
And we'll do it again. All right, fact 6. Canada.
Oh
made-
wait, go back
Go ahead.
because we didn't really talk about that.
Oh,
Yeah, we never got through.
Yeah,
I had something to add on it.
I
Well,
mean,
go ahead. Go ahead, Dave.
No, not me. It's what's
The-
this guy's
the-
name? Jack.
Jack.
Justin.
Justin.
Go ahead, Justin.
Yeah, I just wanted to add that on that post
I didn't
about the government, the weed that they were growing and had complaints about it being swag. I had a hypothesis on that and why it might be like that.
Okay.
Within our community and culture, we know that farmers that have good spirit, that actually care about people, they produce the best weed. It's kind of mystical and magical. Most people might not believe it. But we
Makes
know
sense.
through experience that people with love, that actually have good spirit and care, people, they produce better weed.
That might
I
have
buy
something
it.
to do with the
Some of
government
some of
needing
the
swag.
nicest grow rooms I go in, they got tunes playing all day long, and the people
They're
are
happy as shit.
They're like, we
Plants
play
are
music
happy.
all day long for them.
But you imagine the miserable nature of being in a grow room run by the government, and it's like the only one. Justin, there's no love in that room, brother. So that's why your theory is that's why it's swag, right?
I would think so, yeah.
And you know what?
And then
I
the
gotta
other
tell you,
thing
I think I'm on
about
the
this,
same track as he is. I'm on the same road as you are, brother.
I'm glad you agree. I had something else to say about this topic about Chernobyl.
Go
real
ahead.
Quick. Yeah, I heard that mushrooms actually soak up radiation too. So it looks like God produced miracle plants for us to soak up our damage to the earth. That's my opinion about it.
Amen.
That's
Amen.
crazy. Would you smoke that weed?
No.
Radioactive weed, man. That's gonna fuck
Do you know
up.
what? Do you want me to just break the? You're smoking radioactive weed right now. I said it.
Right.
Dave's over there giggling. He knows exactly
There's
what I'm
actually a
saying.
strain called Chernobyl,
Remediated,
I
buddy.
thought.
Listen, somebody would buy radioactive weed and be very happy about it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
They'd knock each other out
somebody-
every day.
Yeah.
People in Alabama would buy it. It's hard to get good weed.
If
All
you're
right.
in Alabama and you'd like to complain about the show,
Call
please
Bill.
join our Discord server.
Call Bill. Fact number 7. Animals have an endocannabinoid system too.
How about
Pigs, dogs, cats have endocannabinoid systems like humans, and wild deer and elk have been spotted nibbling on cannabis crops.
There you go.
Oh, my dog knows.
Your dog knows?
My dog knows. Absolutely.
So that means they can
Ghosts
actually
love
get
it.
high then, right?
Yeah.
Right on.
So
Okay.
deer and elk. All right.
All right,
Yeah.
let's go to the next one. Okay. Shakespeare may have smoked cannabis. Now, this does not surprise me, but I'm interested in it. Researchers found cannabis traces in clay pipes excavated from Shakespeare's garden, an unconfirmed but fun twist on literary history. Isn't that interesting?
He was smoking.
Not really shocking.
And that's
I've
not
also
shocking,
heard
but
about that.
interesting.
So he buried.
He also
clay
had
pipes?
cocaine residue on some of his stuff as well.
Now, that's not a shock.
Where's
either.
that sound? Where?
Yeah, did they have FBI back then? I don't think so, right? Okay,
Nah.
all right.
Clay pipes that were excavated from his garden.
No, he was hiding them from everybody.
Right? Was he burying clay pipes? Like how many clay pipes did he put into his garden?
You
I
know,
don't know,
shit gets buried over years. It's maybe he just threw it
So
out the window.
was he
and this is
smo-
what
was
happened.
Yeah,
the-
maybe every
He just
kept
fucking
getting
He got
caught.
so stoned he
threw it out the window. Exactly. All right. Next, the U.S. government patented cannabis. Like this is true. I know this is true. This is like actually one of the bigger crocs of shit that you'll ever see. In 2003, the U.S. government hypocritically patented cannabinoids as antioxidants and neuroprotectants. Specific patent number. Yet cannabis stays federally illegal.
Bullshit.
It's interesting that they patented
Crazy.
as a neural protectant.
What do you guys think
Right.
about this?
That's like a whole pharmaceutical line.
Yeah, it's like
where were
it's
you
like the
going?
government legitimizing that cannabis is a neuroprotectant.
1,000%.
100
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
And
what's
an
this to
antioxidant.
block pharmaceutical companies from having the patent on something like this? And nobody else would get this patent.
You know what it probably was? It was probably like if one of them got the patent, then they could start suing them, try to make their product or
Then
something.
they're the
government's
next
like,
big
we're,
pharma.
We're just going to take this right away from it. Nobody
Yeah.
gets it.
Listen, anytime the government wants to be like in business,
Yeah.
you know it's going to get fucked up, and it's probably not going to be. It's going to be corrupt.
Yeah.
The most fucked up thing about it is that this acknowledges that there's like
100%.
medicinal value.
100%.
Without a doubt.
And how do you
I'm surprised
patent
it took them till 2003 to do it, because this sounds like something they've known for. I think they knew it when they were making this shit on my walls here.
For sure.
Yeah.
How do you patent?
It's
all
been in medicine for
cannabinoids?
thousands of years.
Yeah.
Be the government, right?
You bitch ass motherfuckers. All right.
Well, not only that,
ahead.
it opens up your perception. So the government
Oh, yeah.
don't want that.
And it unlocks creativity and it heals things. I mean, go down the list. I fucked my knee up in here the other night so bad. I'm surprised. It killed me yesterday, but I smoked a lot of weed last night. And today it
And
feels
tonight.
and it feels a lot better today. I ain't
that's
gonna
good.
lie.
I'm going to try to injure my arm today.
Just to give it a try.
I'm
All
gonna
right.
patent broccoli. See if I could do that.
All right, Bill, honors on the last one.
All right, this is about the largest joint ever rolled. The world's largest joint weighed over 4.2 pounds and stretched 30 feet long.
Wow.
Rolled at the 2017 Harvest Cup in Massachusetts.
Nice.
I want to know
4.2
how wide was it at 4.2 pounds? Isn't a lot of weed.
It was 30 feet long.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. 4.2 pounds isn't a lot of weed
For a 30-foot long. So
for a 30-foot long joint.
So it must have been in
a pinner.
Not a
Can you
pinner.
roll the pinner?
It had to be smokable, right? What's the
I
criteria?
could get 5
They had to
pounds of
smoke
Fall
it.
Fest. We could bust the shit wide open, man.
And did they do it with regular papers, like where they seamed them all together? Like, how'd they do this?
I don't know, man. This
Going to have to look it up.
2017. It should be on the internet.
All right, Mary Jane, welcome back.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Sorry to bother you while you're doing bond.
I told you, she's stoned.
I know. You're
Not happening, but I'm here for the conversation.
Okay.
What's next?
Well, we understand that the world's largest joint weighed in over 4.2 pounds and stretched over 30 feet long. It was rolled at the 2017 Harvest Cup in Massachusetts, and my main man Mike wants to know, like, was it a pin joint or was it like, what was it?
Was it smokable? It had to be
was it smokable?
63 pounds. That's what it says here.
Checking. So from the descriptions, sounds no. It was more like a massive tube, honestly, like 98 feet long or so.
You have a picture of it?
So it was rolled. I can't pull it up for you, but
Send that to
the
the control
Beantown. Let me check.
Hold on, you keep talking, Mary Jane. Bill from the news is going to send this into the control room, and Jeff.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, right.
Sounds good. So
Okay.
Yeah. So what you're seeing is a joint that's stretched across tables with people lined up on both sides, and you can see the scale. Pretty wild. The plan was to light it with a blowtorch and a vacuum, but the venue didn't allow smoking, so they ended up giving away sections to attendees instead.
Oh, that's better. Here, just take a pound home.
So wait a second. Let me get this right. They chopped it up like fucking cake at a wedding and sent it home with people?
Yeah.
I love it.
Pretty much. Oversized party favored, not a single smoke session.
Did you send it, Bill?
No, I'm having trouble copying it.
Oh, my God.
Bill,
Sign me up.
damn it.
Sign
We
me
got to
up for
operate
that.
quick here.
I know.
Wow.
Jeff, do you have my screen? Maybe I can pull it up real quick. All right, let me pull it up real quick, guys. Give me a second here. So what's it called? How do I find it, Bill?
World's largest joint.
Yeah, Bill's.
Let me check again real quick. Have Bill try searching for Beantown Greentown 100-foot joint,
I found
or
29 feet and 63 pounds.
I'm seeing contradictory information on the internet.
This creation was the brainchild of organizer Dale Rook and the result of a partnership with Empire Rolling.
There's so many pictures of big-ass fucking joints in here. Mary Jane, what should I search again?
Listen, I think the
Checking.
minimum criteria
try a
should be it should be
Beantown
smokable.
Greentown 100-foot joint.
Yeah, you got to smoke it.
Look at this woman laying next to it.
All right, I'm looking it up. All right.
That's definitely not smokable.
Is it the 100-foot joint? Oh, Jeff
Checking.
Rosin.
Yeah, that's the one. You're looking at the right image. It's stretched across those long black tables with people lined up on both sides taking pictures. That's it.
That ain't the one. Well, you get the gist of it. Whatever.
Yeah.
A gigantic joint.
It's a fucking
That's a
big-ass
big-ass
joint that
joint.
nobody smoked, and everyone took home a slice like it was fucking...
I do like that idea. At least
Yes,
they did
I'm
cut
all
it up
about
in
the
the party
slice it up.
fashion.
I guess
That's
so.
the gist.
Yeah.
I don't know. Put a leaf blower on one end of it and light it up.
All right, guys.
Create
All
a
right.
cloud.
Okay, here's what's going to happen. We're going to take a very quick commercial break. When we come back, Bill's got 5 news stories that we're going to cover, and we have a strain of the day that's called Tropia that you don't want to miss. Right here on Late Night Green. Justin, you're welcome to stay. We'll be back in about 3 minutes, and we'll be back right after this.
You're listening to the Late Night Green Show. Only on Cough Country TV.
marijuana is huge.
Right around here, 15 inches, maybe if you're younger, you go up to 19 inches, you know? Yeah, you know, you already went the big age.
Sometimes a CIO might make commitments to a CEO that they just can't fulfill. And it's very hard to succeed in those environments. You really want to be able to set the expectation right up front.
How would you feel with no sex, no weed for a month or two? I'm going to be really angry.
I feel sorry for Jake.
Yeah, Jake's going to get fucked up.
Walla, this is
Phil. Yeah, for
This is all you. This is the Cough Country OG pink hoodie.
How many black people have you seen in Maine? Have you seen a black man here? Yeah, other than me. Why isn't there no black people here? Have you seen any black folks other than me here? Why do you think there's no black people here?
I hope one day you get some, and hopefully in those 2-3 strokes, you don't catch a stroke, you don't pass away. All I know is this man looks desperate, and he needs a shorty.
Is your cannabis company still using smoke signals to advertise? There's a better way.
This is Cough Country, and we built it for free. Yeah. They said it couldn't happen. Hey now. Said the space was too small, but Phil kept building through it all. Show by show.
All right, guys, welcome back. You are watching the Late Night Green Show, late night edition, right here on Cough Country TV. I got my friends with me. I got Mike, the dispensary guy.
Phil, what's up, baby?
What's up, baby?
How you doing?
We got Bill with the news, and we also have my friend Dave from Shore House Canna here, and we're just hanging out. Justin, are you here as well?
Yes.
Yeah, and we got Justin too, and he's been helping us learn new things tonight. So, guys, all of you, welcome back.
Thank you.
All right, cool.
Thank you.
So, as I do when we get to this point of the show, I play this
From
sound.
the Cough Country News Desk, it's Bill O with your cannabis news.
But he's not from the Cough Country News Desk. He's
No.
here on the Late Night Green set tonight. So usually
Different
Bill's
vibe.
over there. Yeah,
Yeah,
I just
different
figured.
vibe.
I figured let's have you hang out with us tonight.
Sure, and I
Sit-
appreciate the invite.
Because then you would have had to take the subway train back from the other set to this
Right.
set. It's
And I don't think the elevator's been working this
Yeah.
week. A lot of things are broke down this week, I feel like.
yeah. Every time something breaks, I have to give Bill half ownership so he helps me fix it and then deal with it afterwards. Son of a bitch.
I now own this shop 5 times over.
Well, you just
If
got,
every time you give me half.
You just got half ownership on a printer tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if anyone is out there looking for a printer, we have one for sale. Reach into the Discord server and let us know.
Right.
And you can get a printer.
It
that smells like
big,
weed.
It's a big ass printer.
It's a big ass
It
printer.
prints on both sides. And
Wow.
it collates, whatever.
And it collates.
Yeah.
You joke about printers. You know, printers and pages per minute. That's my wheelhouse.
Really? Is
Oh,
it?
It's amazing, dude.
Hey, Jeff, do you have like a green tinty type of thing on this camera going on in there? Maybe it's just this monitor.
It could be that.
Yeah, maybe it's just this monitor because it doesn't look quite on my return as bad.
You feeling green?
Yeah. Hey guys, if you haven't joined our Discord server, this is a good thing to join. I will tell you that I laxed tonight. I don't have it up and open, but this is kind of where we want to communicate with you guys during the show. So go check out, scan that code, check out the Cough Country Discord server, And when we're doing the Late Night Green show, go to the Late Night Green live chat. When we're doing the news, go to the Cough Country
Shout
News
out at
live
us.
chat. And we'll try to be better monitoring those in real time. So make sure you check out Bill. So what do we got going on tonight, Bill? I know we have some stories.
Well, yeah. Well, Phil, we've got a couple of stories. I got to tell you, the newsroom it's a bit of chaos at the moment.
Why?
You might remember Carl's bachelor party was last weekend, and half the people haven't come back to work yet since then. And there's a lot of folks on vacation this week too. So don't expect a lot.
What the fuck is that?
What are you talking about? All right, go ahead. Let's go.
So we talked about on the news last week about this chef being arrested, and actually my notes here say arrested in New Jersey. He's not in New Jersey.
It's Jersey.
Jersey, right. Whoever wrote the notes is trying to throw me off here.
Well, I mean, they're trying to basically imply...
Jersey, England.
So don't let that fool you. But this is an interesting kind of story.
39-year-old Andrew Stephen Chard was jailed for 4 years and 8 months at Jersey's Royal Court after admitting to importing 24 kilograms of cannabis resin worth over £500,000.
Whoa. Giddy up.
Yeah.
That's getting it done, dude. Those are big
So
numbers right there.
it didn't matter that he was a chef, I'm guessing?
24
the
kilograms.
prosecutors-
issue.
That's 50 pounds of distillate. That's 50 pounds of rosin, man.
Equates to about 5 hot dogs. Is that what we're
There we
looking at
go.
here?
Wow. Yeah, that's getting it done, dude.
Good
That's
times.
How big is that
Man.
in scale, though? That looks like hot dogs. Is that about the same size?
probably about that big.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't look like 50 pounds.
Nah, it might be.
Because those would have been 10 pounds each.
10 pounds each?
Yeah.
12 pounds each?
They're probably
It'd
not.
have to
But
be
that may
some
not be. That
bricks.
might just be one picture of.
Is it the government version of how much it was?
Yeah.
Like the
Yeah.
value of street weed in the government is like $9,000 a pound.
I say bring one of them logs over here.
Yeah.
We need to test it.
So he falsely claimed that he was a chef at the 4-star Palme d'Or Hotel, but later that story fell apart. What are we looking at here? What
Yo,
is
did
it?
he keep the weed up in the vent? Is this what we're
Is that
looking
in the
at?
kitchen?
Part of it was in the front bumper, and part of it was in the rear bumper.
Oh, so we
That's a
tried to
weird
smuggle
picture.
it in. That's in the car, I'm guessing.
This is in
Yeah.
the car.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the
Tesco.
rear bumper.
Okay.
That's the rear
Outside
bumper?
the rear bumper.
Look at that.
Interestingly, the story mentions that the drugs were concealed specifically in Tesco bags, which I guess Tesco is a
Tesco
brand.
is a huge So
Yeah.
Tesco is a
Supermarket.
yeah.
So I don't know why they felt they had to mention
I
that.
spent 4 months there. I know what fucking Tesco is. I went there all the time, man.
So the prosecution argued that his financial desperation drove him to commit the offense. And the defense described him as a vulnerable adult preyed upon by drug dealers in poor health. Apparently he had been convicted on a cocaine charge
Sounds very
earlier, and they were
sad,
trying to
sad story.
argue
It
that
is.
he was desperate and he needed to make this sale in order to whatever. But the deputy bailiff argued that with this amount of product, he was obviously a trusted courier. This
Yeah.
wasn't his first rodeo.
No, it didn't look like his first trip around.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
That was great music.
I mean, it's such a sad fucking story. It's so sad.
A judge would have just laughed here.
Do you have something that's more
Uplifting.
and
Well,
stimulating?
yeah, I got the next story. Let's jump into the next story, which is about cannabis and exercise.
Okay.
So the big
Okay.
question was, does cannabis affect your exercise routine, and can it make it better? Can it make it worse? And as stories go,
I think it can.
It can, but as stories go, this was as non-committal as they come, because
Right in the middle.
some people say it can help,
Okay.
yet other people say it doesn't help. I mean, this is how the story
Well, I
came
think,
out.
listen, I've done my share of working out stoned, so I feel like I have a couple of,
Yeah.
opinions. What it does is I don't think it limits your physical capacity whatsoever. I think it helps you concentrate on what it is that you're doing. If you're lifting, you
Right.
can get in quite the zone.
You can focus.
You can focus extremely well. If you're playing a sport, I used to play tennis a lot. Man, you don't want to play me tennis when I was high, bro. 'cause
Really?
I was focused as fuck. And so I do believe it affects people differently. But it can, it can certainly be an enhancer, I think.
Sure. Well, what they're saying is, like, if you're walking or doing yoga or stretching, that sort of exercise, definitely, like, lock it in. Why would you do that without smoking?
Yeah, I guess they're talking if you're deadlifting 640, maybe
That's where they
watch
say
out you don't blow your back out trying to be
exactly.
Why? Because you're too stoned to forget to put
Yeah,
your
you're
belt.
like,
your
throw
belt
another
on.
blade on,
Or you might
motherfucker, let's
drop
go.
something. Your coordination's not quite as good. Not everyone has got your disposition.
Yeah,
I just recently met with a doctor in Philly for the show, Kicking Back, that we just did. And she, Dr. Brooke Worcester, says that she said that this is not a performance-enhancing drug. She says that it doesn't enhance the performance, but what she does see is that it helps in recovery and that in being able to be back at top form quicker.
I believe it helps
That's
both,
also
but yeah,
part of the story.
Yeah, I really help. I mean, I definitely believe it helps in recovery. There's no doubt. I think it also helps in performance because I got to tell you something. I'll tell you a little story real quick. So I was, I've had years and years of experience driving boats and stuff, and so there was a group of people going out. My buddy has 2 boats, and we're taking a large group of people out, and and he said to me, he goes, I need you to drive this boat. I'll take the other one. You'll get half the people. I'll get the other half. So I'm standing by the boat. People are getting in, and, I'm smoking a joint. And this lady walks up to me. I knew her a little bit, but we didn't know each other well. And she says, are you going to be driving today? And I said, yeah. Is there a problem? She goes, well, yeah, I'm noticing that you're smoking a joint. And I leaned in and I said to her, I said, well, I'll be honest with you. I would be concerned if I wasn't smoking a joint. You're going to be just fine. And then, they got the exhibition of me parking this thing at the end, and like, okay, fair enough, right? So I don't know, like it really, I think everybody is different. It doesn't affect everybody the same. Right. And some people it can be quite the enhancer, and then some people might just not be able to do shit.
Well, one of the things they said is that you might think you're doing better because you're stoned.
That's true, too.
But you're not necessarily doing it.
I think one night we should have some sort of verification competition.
Stoner Olympics?
Some type of climbing, running, jumping.
I think we're on to something, boys.
The other thing they caution is that it might mask the pain, and that's part of the recovery.
Okay, yeah,
right?
yeah,
So
yeah,
maybe it helps you recover faster, but if it masks the pain, then you might go back in and re-injure something.
I mean, that's fair enough.
Yeah, it's,
It's bullshit.
all the things you'd expect. It was a
Right.
nice fluff story.
Okay, whatever.
All right, so we'll get back into the heavy stuff.
Yeah.
You remember the story about the 31-year-old woman who was found dead in her pickup truck out front of the dispensary in California?
Yeah, I actually, Jeff, you can take a look at, there's a video of me saying something really stupid about this story. If you have it, we're going to play that first. But
please,
Bill,
Jeff.
while he's looking for it, oh, you have that video? All right, well, let's play it.
Let's play it. Let's see what you got.
Oh, so we don't even know who that is.
No, we don't know who she is.
Oh, my God.
But we know the exact address where the thing happened. Is that weird?
It's pretty wild.
All right.
Well, we wish her the best, right, Bill?
I certainly wish her the best. Yeah.
But she's dead.
Gonna get better
She is
soon.
dead.
Shit. Bill had explained to me that she's dead, and that somebody
fucking
who's
epic,
dead you shouldn't wish them well.
She's living her best death.
God damn it, Bill.
That's fucking epic, Bill. Way to go.
Wait, how
Bill,
am I
you
getting
let-
thrown under the bus?
You're
What did
not,
you
let him
you're
off
not,
easy,
You're
Bill.
not. You're
You
not.
let him off
This
easy,
is not
man.
your fault. I walked into that one. But go ahead. Tell us about the story, because this is an update, right?
Yes, she has been identified.
Thank God.
Josephia Little Wolf Becerdo of
Hey, you fucker. That's a cool middle name. But why can't you get these cities right? Okay, go ahead.
Cavello, California. Shot and killed inside a
Fucking
parked
easy
pickup
one.
truck at an illegal cannabis growing operation, and I love on Rifle Range Road.
That's not funny.
It's not funny, but it's
Was
kinda
it on a
funny.
reservation? Because I could tell by the name she was American Indian. Is it a reservation?
You know what?
or-
It was an illegal grow.
It doesn't
But I
say.
don't know.
But
if
is it illegal in the eyes of somebody that
Yeah,
it's
I don't
legal
know.
to them?
And Cavello, California, wherever that is. And
I don't-
wherever Cavello, California is, the nearest town that they describe it to is 60 miles north of Yucca. Wherever the fuck that
I don't
is.
think there's a lot of yucca.
All right.
Oh, yucca.
Yucca.
No, yucca. That's
Yeah.
Arizona.
UKIAH.
So
It's Arizona, right?
Oh, IH. No, I don't know.
I'm assuming it's going to be in
Ri-
California.
Bill, what's the name of that town again?
Cavello.
Hey, Mary Jane, is Cavello in California on an Indian reservation?
If you give me a sec. Yeah, Covello is partly in the Round Valley Indian Reservation in Mendocino County.
Good pickup.
Yeah.
Mike knows his shit. I want you, Mary Jane, I want you to congratulate Mike for being such a knowledgeable guy. Can you do that?
Absolutely. Mike, props to you, man. Clearly know your stuff, and it shows.
Thank you, Mary. Jo.
Right on, right
But
on.
no, on the Indian reservations, there's a lot of poverty, a lot of hard times, with everything that's happened, and those sorts of things, unfortunately, are
Happen
common
in that environment.
in that environment.
Well, 3 people have been arrested. so far.
Cultivating cannabis has probably been going on in Native American communities as well.
Right. So what made it illegal? I guess they didn't pay their damn upfront money because
They didn't let the government know.
Yeah. So
Didn't give the government their cut.
So how did
Go
this?
ahead.
So this murder. What's the update on it? Chill, Mary Jane.
Well, so far now we have her name, right? And we also have 3 people have been arrested.
Looks like it's still
Hey.
an active homicide case.
We're
No
discussing
arrests
it right
yet.
now, Mary Jane. Don't ruin Bill's thunder.
Yeah.
And there's a
It's-
17-year-old suspect.
It's still active. No arrests have been announced.
Mary Jane does not listen.
Well, we should tell her that Jesus Sosa, 35, of Cavello, has been arrested. Initially arrested on felony charges tied to the grow operation, but released July 13th. And he later became a suspect in the homicide itself. So he was rearrested July 24th. Then there's Elias Garcia Acosta, 22 years old, of San Bernardino County, one of 2 brothers who were living at the grow site and who fled after the shooting. And a 17-year-old brother who also fled the scene. There's a warrant out for him, but we don't know his name because he's underage. And then there's Eliza Juarez Garcia, 44. And he is the brother's
This
father.
is not real stoner behavior or activity. This doesn't even make sense.
The people that were arrested don't sound like they should have been on the reservation.
They were
That's
living
true as
there.
well.
And they
Sounds
shouldn't have
like
been.
they were saying, we're going to do what we do here, and you're going to put up with it.
Oh.
That's what made it illegal, I guess, right?
And then it came to some sort of head at some point.
If this was a Netflix movie, I would be in.
Yeah, right?
No,
yeah, Dave.
absolutely.
This has got the whole
Absolutely.
cartel
All right,
and
who would
everything
play
else.
the
It's
sheriff
all
then?
wrapped up in it.
Who do you see in the movie?
I think Phil could be the sheriff.
You want me to be the sheriff?
FBI, open up!
So our next story takes us to the California State Fair.
Oh.
Where cannabis is now the biggest single attraction.
At the State Fair.
At the State Fair. So for several
cool.
years after cannabis was legalized in California, it was at the State Fair, but it was always sort of tucked into the back somewhere. Now it's front and center.
And like the biggest thing there.
And it's like
fully
the biggest
embraced.
thing there.
Yeah,
I'm sorry?
I saw some pictures of that fully embraced.
Yeah, they had a big
Isn't it wild?
archway over it and everything. Guests entered through a castle-like gate, walked past living cannabis plants, and then descend into the main exhibit area.
Right on.
Yeah,
It
was
looks,
really cool.
sick. Like they have giant pictures of the plant.
Hey, do we have pictures of this, Jeff? Of the State Fair thing?
They were in a prime position across from the main entrance.
It was right at the front, yeah. Right.
No, I want to drive one of them.
This is
What's
like
them
the
bikes
biggest
called?
Penny
cannabis
farthing.
event in the country.
That's a penny
Without a
farthing.
doubt.
That
Without a
bicycle.
doubt.
Yo, do you think you can drive one of them bikes? Can you put it back real quick? Can you drive one of them?
Yeah, not even on canvas.
Not
No,
even.
no,
No.
not even stoned.
Man, I want to fucking try it.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
if he's in
That
a
bike is
hospital.
almost as tall as that man.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Definitely an
yeah,
event
but-
in the Olympics.
To do that at a state fair with, like I say, kids around and stuff. That's where we're breaking the stigma.
That's right.
Because it's acceptable behavior for that to happen, and you can explain it, and
Well, it's farming.
it's farming.
Yes,
It's farming.
yeah.
It's agriculture.
Yep, and farming's always a family fun activity.
It's a state fair.
So they got these awards? Are these the awards, Bill, they gave out?
I guess I did.
Right?
I don't have anything about the awards.
I mean, if you're going to have a state
Looks like
fair
it, though.
and you're going to have agriculture, I mean, they might have had actually like who grew the best cannabis.
They definitely
in the
did.
State. Oh,
It's a
that's
state
awesome.
fair on the California
Getting a
State
4-H
Fair.
award
yeah,
for
4-H
cannabis.
award.
Yeah, so it says it's a state fair, and I don't know what the categories are, but yeah, they were giving these out. That's pretty
Golden Bear.
fucking badass.
That's
Currently,
awesome, man.
cannabis is currently California's biggest cash crop.
Wow. Really?
State estimates put
Not
2024
avocados, huh?
production at 12.9 billion, which is ahead of dairy at 8.6 billion.
And count the black market, you could double that.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Right.
And they say California's
And
in
they're
trouble.
still selling out the back door,
Right.
man.
Well, they're in trouble because half the shit's going out the door. Exactly. And you know, why don't you ease back on the restrictions and the taxes
billion,
and let people
dude.
give people a reason to buy it legally?
I mean,
Wow.
And that's at what prices?
somebody's making profit.
That's 12 billion at what prices, right?
Somebody's
that
making-
ain't Jersey prices.
Right? That's true.
Seriously. That's a lot
like,
of units.
That's like $12 ace.
Yeah.
Like,
Our next story goes to Vermont, and Vermont has doubled the limits that people can have on them.
Nice.
Green Mountain
So,
State.
Yeah.
what state?
The Green Mountain State.
That's right.
Oh,
The
okay.
Green Mountain. Right. You ever hear Green Mountain Coffee?
I have.
That's where it comes from.
Now I know everything.
There you go.
Adults 21 and older can legally possess 2 ounces of marijuana or 10 grams of hashish, which is twice the previous limit.
Good. That's how
Yeah,
it should
it's
be.
it's still not really enough when it comes down to it. Like I've seen it a lot, like in out and purchasing. Like I want to buy an ounce at a clip, so you know that adds up really quickly. Like I want to go and buy an ounce of one thing, and I go to another store and they have a sale, and I buy another ounce. Well, now legally, I can't buy any more flour. Like that's just 2 ounces, two transactions.
Right.
These are just.
And
That's
also-
only, but that's only at one place.
Bottom line is they're just arbitrary numbers that people,
Don't
the
mean
caps
anything.
that people are putting on it. Like lots of states have 3 ounce caps, but there shouldn't even be a cap. You can
No.
buy as many kegs as you want.
That's
I was
right.
just gonna say, how
so
many
why should
cases
there
of
be
beer
any
am I
caps
limited
on
to?
it?
No.
And listen, you can go to one store, then you can go to another, then you can go to another, right?
What are you worried about? Them reselling your legal weed? Like,
They're not.
please.
But
They're
stores-
not.
stores
you've
get
made,
fined
you've
for
made
that.
sure
Yeah.
you've made sure we're not going to resell that weed.
Yeah. I mean, but absolutely, people do it though. I mean, it's
You 100%
if-
do it.
If you're in a city and you can make money on that, I mean, absolutely. I know people buy legal dispensary weed and sell it on the street.
Really?
Absolutely.
For a
Absolutely
markup.
with that. For a markup.
How you make money doing that?
You mark it up, man. It's buyer's market.
So
You
are
must
people
be
buying
pretty
it for
desperate.
convenience, or are they buying it because maybe they're not 21?
Oh, that's interesting.
Definitely not 21.
Definitely not 21.
Well, they'd have
probably,
to be
right?
restricted, right? There's some restriction why you'd buy it on the street for more than you can buy it at the fucking dispensary.
Yeah.
There's got to be a reason.
Yeah, probably under 21. But, I mean, if the street guys can get a better price from the dispensary than they can from their muling it in from California or whatever, why
Yeah.
even take the chance? Just go to the dispensary, buy the shit every day, and resell it and walk away.
Right
Sure.
on. Right on. Well, whatever.
So the change also
Yeah.
lays the groundwork for interstate commerce, which is pretty cool.
That's very
They want to
big.
be able to trade weed across the state line.
We need New Hampshire.
Yep.
We need New Hampshire. And honestly, Pennsylvania, too.
I mean,
Definitely Pennsylvania. It's
these guys in New
Pennsylvania.
Hampshire are just going right over to state and Maine and getting what they want and take it. It's a PA, New
what
Jersey.
Pennsylvania's
scenario.
doing the same thing, right?
Yeah, absolutely. But if we could do that, we could get the governors on board. We could get everybody really looking at the big picture. If it's legal interstate transfer, we don't need the whole country. We'll take the Northeast.
Yeah.
I always joke about. You
Right
know what
on.
I mean?
Right
So
on.
they also then included a new events pilot program allowing on-site cannabis sales but not consumption at events.
That's a big thing.
That is
That's
a big thing. That's
a
pretty
big
cool.
thing. We would love to be able to do that. Set up a-
100%.
Give
set
small
up a
cultivators
kiosk
the
and-
chance to build their reputation and their brand
That's
by
good.
getting in front of the people and
That's a
they're
good
doing
thing.
the thing.
I like
And
that a lot.
Also, rental agreements can no longer prohibit tenants from having cannabis. Now, they can still prohibit smoking and vaping, same as they can with cigarettes,
Yeah.
But
you
still,
can still
they
have it.
recognize the fact that you have a right to have it.
Exactly,
I don't know
yes.
really what that does, but
Probably
okay.
not the plant,
like
growing.
Growing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
growing.
no. Yeah.
And that's pretty much it
Really?
for our news this week. Yeah.
Well, Bill, you did a wonderful job.
Thanks, Phil. I appreciate it. I always like to hear some positive feedback. And like I said, this week was a tough week because half the guys weren't even in the office this week.
Right. Okay. Well, let's do a couple of things. First and foremost, the next thing that's going to happen, guys, is we're going to come down off of YouTube. Jeff, don't do it yet. We're going to come down off of YouTube, and we'll stay on Rumble for our Stoned Moon Sesh. And tonight, well, Jeff, go ahead and hit me with the tune, man.
Is that Tommy Chong?
Yeah. Yeah, hit me with the tune real quick.
It's the late night queen strain of the day.
All right, and tonight's strain of the day is Tropaya. Tropaya. And you guys can see that right on the screen right now. This is our strain of the day. It is Tropaya.
Say it with me now. Tropaya.
So, Dave, would you like to tell us what you know about Tropaya?
Well, everything you guys are passing around this table is like 40%. So I brought my own weed tonight. This is 15% THC content. And
Wait, Dave. What did you say? Say that letter for the audience.
So this is grown by some friends of mine over at Blisco. Sarah and Joe over at Blisco were kind enough to sample this to me. This is a recent batch of Tropaya. It is a super high terpene, fruity, citrusy, sativa daytime smoke, and it's a great just all day smoke. So it's not going to knock you on your ass, but it's going to taste delicious. And I'm told even high potency or high tolerance connoisseurs find it to be delicious. It's got an incredible nose.
And we've been talking over and over and over about that. Guys, don't buy your weed just by percentages. You want to buy this, for terps, and you want to buy it for what some other experts can tell you about what one of these low THC strains can provide. Now, Dave opened this up. I stuck my face in it, and I was unbelievably happy, pleased, euphoric, excited.
I just said,
and
wow.
Couldn't wait for this particular segment. Real quick before we get down and dirty, because, guys, what we're going to do is we're all going to taste this, talk about it, and tell you guys what we think. Mary Jane, tell us about our strain of the day tonight. It is Tropaya, and I'm so excited about it.
Oh, let me check that out. All right, Tropaya. It's a cross of Tropicana cookies and papaya. It's known for citrusy, tropical, sweet vibes. Expect a euphoric lift, then a smooth, relaxed finish. Feels like a perfect hangout strain, Good for unwinding, good vibes, good conversation.
Yeah, and what's your thoughts on these low THC strains? You dig them?
Yeah, absolutely. They're like the session beers of cannabis. Super easy entry, more control, easier to stay functional, and actually enjoy the flavor. They're great for new folks or just a chill night. Less about liftoff, more about the vibe.
So look at this bad boy. Go back to that shot right now that you had right here. Yeah, look at that.
So it's actually an indica leaning. It's an indica leaning strain, but it's confusing to me.
I don't see
me?
an image on my
Hey,
end.
Mary Jane, stand by.
So
Sure.
it's described as uplifting, but it's an indica strain.
Right.
It's like the whole thing with indica and sativa. I just don't get it.
Yeah.
Well, you start blending shit together, you start to get mixed effects. So can you explain why something that's, indica, Mary Jane, can you explain why something that's indica leaning could be described as uplifting in the same sentence?
Totally. The indica sativa split isn't as clear as people think. Effects come more from the terpene mix and the dose. So an indica leaning strain can still start off bright and uplifted and then settle down into calm, especially if the THC isn't too heavy. So think balanced and nuanced, not strict label.
See, and so that's what I've been told this is more of an uplifting daytime all day smoke. That is, but So to have it to be an indica leaning, I just don't find it to be useful.
Right, right.
It doesn't sound right, but like the effects described here are body high, calming, euphoria, happy and relaxing, which is very uplifting.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, here's what I know. When I stuck my nose in this thing, it was a treat beyond treats, and I'm looking forward to it. So, guys, here's what we're going to do. Let me go through a couple things. One is, if you don't know Dave from Shorehouse Canna, you definitely want to know him. And you also want to go to High Times and check out this Kicking Back series. Do you want to do a quick?
Yeah, please.
Go ahead.
Please go to High Times, YouTube channel and check out Kicking Back. The series is the final episode, Miami, will drop tomorrow.
Okay.
So that will be a wrap on the series. It had World Cup as a backdrop, but really it was a travel log around cannabis
And the different communities.
in the
that
different communities across America,
Yeah.
and how we experienced it. So it's an interesting travel watch.
And they can go check this out on
YouTube.
On YouTube, High Times. And a little birdie told me there might be a wrap-up show.
I hope so.
Okay. All right. You guys know Bill. Go to Cough Country News, like, follow, subscribe. He'll be on this week live, 6 o'clock Thursday evening.
Thursday?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Back to the regular schedule, brother. You ready?
I'm ready.
Good. And guys, make sure you guys check out Mike the dispensary guy. And we solved our issues, and
That's it, baby.
And this is the beginning
Pleasure
of
meeting you too, Mike.
this is the beginning of some really good stuff that we're going to work on together. I'm pleased that he's here. I'm glad that we had the chance to talk this out. And guys, make sure you go over, check him out. He is the dispensary guy, and he knows pretty much everything about New Jersey.
Thank you, Phil.
Yeah,
That's
he
awesome,
really
man.
does.
Thanks for
I
having me,
enjoyed
man.
having these guys
It's
here.
awesome, dude.
Guys, what we're going to do is we're going to turn this whole thing into our Stone Moon Sesh. We're going to put some music on. Jeff's going to come out. We are going to smoke this strain right now, and we are going to tell you. Oh, by the way, Justin, are you still here?
Yep.
Justin. Cool. All right, brother. Guys, Justin, tell everybody how they can reach you again. And I want to thank you for being on the show again tonight. You're a world of wisdom, my brother. And tell everybody how they can get a hold of you.
Well, thank you, brother. So I have a Facebook study group that I didn't mention earlier. That's called The Teachings of His Imperial Majesty. That has about 25K people from around the world in the Rastafari community that share stuff about what I've been talking about. Otherwise, my Facebook page for my gathering, my church, the Rastafari, so it's called Hawaii Rastafari Assembly of Conscience. We have a weekly gathering here on Oahu.
Right.
And then my name is Justin Time Taylor Coleman, JustynThyme, Taylor Coleman. And you can find me on Facebook or Instagram.
All right, brother. We appreciate you. We'll be talking to you again, Justin. We appreciate you having on. And guys, make sure you comment and engage with her, because Justin ended up on the show tonight talking to us about his expert knowledge on a topic. And on multiple topics, frankly.
Teaching us.
And so, guys, interact with the comment. We'll interact with you. We want the community to be involved. So what we're going to do is we're going to come down on YouTube. We're going to be on for another 10 minutes or so, maybe 15 if we're having a real good blast. But we're going to try some of this Tropaya right after this. So, Jeff, go ahead and bring us down. Give me the word on when we're good. And this is too mature for YouTube. So we're going to go ahead.